Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, post-nasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
Man, the VHS game, it's a whole nother ball game here. I mean, I know I've been into collecting several different things, but VHS is it's a whole different set. Like, take this, look, this is a Little Mermaid, the original Little Mermaid. It's got the dick on the cover. It's a black diamond. According to the internet, black diamond Disney VHSs are worth like several $1,000s. Honestly, that's bullshit. That was something started by a bunch of yahoos. I don't know why they started it. I guess to sell shit. They like fake listings on eBay. They sold for like $5,000-$10,000. These super rare black diamond VHS Little Mermaids, and you know they're more valuable than represses and. But it's a big box clam original thing, so it's got the dick on the cover on the Little Mermaid. But I'm not a big Disney guy in general. I'm more of a, in terms of animation, there's a lot better animation here. I mean, more of a Chuck Jones guy, Tex Avery. I'm a Chuck Jones, Tex Avery guy. DePatty. I'm a big DePatty guy. Chris Freeling. Disney's way down the list. Felt kind of corny. Even as a little kid, I was like 5 years old, I'm watching like Mickey Mouse and shit, thinking like, I don't know, man, I feel like I'm a little too old for this. And like, I was 5, right? I will tell you something weird about Disney I did learn this week, Jer. I guess the storyline is like later on. Mickey actually was trying to get a divorce from Minnie, which I'd never heard this before. And I guess the line was like, he goes to the lawyer. He says, look, I want a divorce. There's some shit going on I'm not too comfortable with. I want out of this situation. And the lawyer actually tells him, I understand you want out of this relationship, but just because somebody is silly doesn't mean that you can divorce them. That's not grounds for divorce that somebody is silly. He's like, no, I didn't say she's silly. I said she's fucking goofy. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you. Welcome to Grown Man Record Night, episode number... The Super Bowl between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Another unique solo YOLO experience tonight. It's going to be a good time. It's already been a good time. And yeah, the whole Black Diamond, don't fall for that. The Black Diamond Disney tapes, don't fall for that scam. Like the tapes. You like the tapes? Buy the tapes. Play the tapes. Enjoy the tapes. But they're not worth $10,000. Yeah, so Jay's not here this evening. Steve has a gig tomorrow night. And according to Steve, he's doing that Duran Duran thing with the Vagabond Saints again tomorrow. They've had multiple shows. Going very well. But Steve, he said, yeah, I can come, but like, I can't ever, like, he's got to do, I think he's been doing like 2 or 3 songs in the set. And tomorrow night he's doing 5 songs. There's all these like different lyrics he's trying to remember. He said, I can't remember things after Grown Man Record Night. That was his exact quote. After a Friday night over there, I just can't remember things. Talking about you can't remember things. There's Steve right there. Hey, everybody. What's up, Richard? Music Maniac. I had a good crowd in here tonight. I see Scotty. That Pearl's been hanging out with us. Nebulous Prowler. I'm just scrolling up. Rock Chica. Whoop, whoop. Oh, Fred. Miss you. Mr. B. Scrolling up through the list. Anyway, we had a good time this evening. Spinning some records. Good, nice mix tonight, I think. My opinion. I think it sounded pretty damn awesome. So, since I'm doing the solo YOLO thing tonight, I will be dropping the link out in the chat for folks that have some records they maybe want to share. Richard Riley, what's up? Man, good to see you, Richard. Hope you're doing all right, man. We'll drop the link out in the chat. We'll do, we'll bring people up for like a little segment. Everybody gets a few minutes, hang out, da-da-da. Boom, you're out of here. Boom, hey, out of here. And then we bring somebody else up. We'll keep it popping and locking, moving and grooving all night long. As long as people want to play ball. I mean, can't just sit up here and soak up my time. Again. Never mind, I won't say it. Never mind. I won't say it. Somebody told me last time. You can't say that. Didn't want to start. Need to do that. Okay. Bill's Box of Sound. What's going on? Hell yeah. Up, everybody. Good Friday. What a shit week. Whew, I've been moving and grooving all week long. It's really sucked. It's one of those weeks where you just really, really looking forward to the Friday. You know what I mean? 100%. 100%. Live butthole bleaching segment. Saying. What's that mean? Butthole bleaching. I'm going to need you to elaborate. Bonzo, what's going on, brother? Did the math, 476 episodes, 52 weeks in a year, 9.1 years of GMRN. Holy shit. Yeah, the thing that sucks is when I was in news, a lot of weeks I had to skip because I was on call or like I was on these crazy news stories and stuff. So that's about right because this is our 10th year, but there's been some weeks in there we had to skip back in the day. But we ain't skipped a week in a long time. Hey, that shit used to happen all the time. You guys remember that? Used to happen all the time. It sucked. For the weeks I was on call, which mean I can't drink, did one show where I was like, oh, I don't have to drink. I'm just the show sober. It just so happened some random people came over. Not random, it was some pals. came over, but random pal brought his brother. Like, hey, I got some tequila, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't drink because I'm on call. And then it's watching people take tequila shots, and I'm like, yeah, I'm literally never fucking doing this again, ever, because I didn't like that. Hell yeah, Bonzo. That's some good math though, bro. I like some quick math. 2015 to 2016, you were out on. You know what? That's election time. That's when I was covering all the Trump rallies and all the Hillary rallies in North Carolina, which is a battleground state. I was at every one that was in the state. I don't think I didn't miss a single one in that whole campaign cycle. During the presidential thing, if it was Trump or Hillary in this state, I was there. 18 plus hours. Sucked. Made a lot of money, but boy, did that suck. And the time we lost power, that would have been early. That's early in the game. 2013, probably, for the lost power episode. No, it was Ice Storm for the power. Yep. Ice Storm. You got it, Murph. Murph's on top of it. Hell yeah. But anyway, catching everybody up to what the hell's going on. Did have some incredibly sad news come out of the VC today. I don't know if you guys know Bill Young from the Michigan Record Club, but he passed early this morning, and I hated to hear that. And I have to be honest, like, it's not like me and Bill were not like pals or anything really. I think the most I interacted with Bill was in when Randy used to do live streams, Dead Wax. I would interact with him in the chat, but it's, there's these guys in the VC. The VC is so big nowadays, and it's unfortunate because this is a guy, like, kind of, retrospectively looking at it, like, we would have gotten along swimmingly, I think. And he didn't really watch my stuff, and I didn't really watch his stuff, and it wasn't because we didn't like the same stuff. We never just crossed paths, which sucks. But I knew who he was, and it doesn't matter. The point is, none of that matters because he's one of us. All of us, as much as, people shit on one another and get all bent out of shape about dumb shit, we're all fucking, I mean, this is one big dysfunctional, inbred South Carolina. Sorry, I'm pulling from my own experiences. Family, one big VC dysfunctional family, and that's it really sucked to hear that he lost his battle with cancer, and that's really unfortunate. But I tell you what, if you've not watched Steve Carlson's video today, Steve was good buddies with him, and had visited with him like recently and stuff. And one of the man, this story just really stuck with me. If you're a record collector, man, if you're a real record collector, you're a fucking record collector. You know what I mean? It's a sickness. And Steve was talking like he was a collector mindset right to the very end. Like just a few days ago, told somebody like, hey, I missed out on that Farm reissue. Very rare, hard and heavy band, the Farm, Hard Psych or whatever, the Farm got reissued, and he was like, I missed out on it. It's like, hey, when you're out there, if you run across one, or if there's any way you can find one, like, keep me in mind. It was like, this is like 3 or 4 days for a homeboy passed. Like, that's it right there. That kind of sums up everything about what we do, all in one little kind of epitaph right there. You know what I mean? Holy shit, man. Anyway, everybody. I'll give everybody a second. Let's do one up for my man Bill. Like I said, we weren't pals. We didn't exchange emails. We never went digging together. He never commented on one of my videos. I never commented on one of his, and I honestly don't give a fuck. Still one of us, and he went on to the big lock groove in the sky. You know what I mean? One big fucking lock groove. That's all it is. Cheers to him. Condolences to his family. peace and strength through this difficult time. Yeah, there was another the dude Beans passed. Another cat that I was aware of, but didn't really I didn't really know or interact with. But very tragic, man. Actually, speaking of news, I learned in news that's a faux pas in news. Never say the tragic passing of, because every death is tragic. You don't say tragic. Writing news stories, you don't say tragic. But it's fucking tragic. So anyhow, to that point, I wanted to make mention. There was a thread going around as Bill was battling cancer and he was in the hospital and having troubles. I don't know who started the thread, but there was a thread going around. Show 5 psych records for Bill at Michigan Record Club. And then I noticed as he passed, it kind of become more of a tribute, showing psych records and stuff. So in lieu of Dig of the Week tonight, I'm going to show 5 psych records for Bill. So that's what I'm doing for Dig of the Week tonight. Some of which you've seen, fairly recently. Some of these I've not pulled out in a long time. It's going to be some good talking points. And if anybody wants to jump up and pull out some psych or show any records or hang out or whatever, again, I'll drop the link here in a little bit. Just want to catch up on some housekeeping stuff. I am happy. Happy news. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be jumping back with Mr. Bizarro and Randy Deadwax over on the Hydra sessions on Mr. Bizarro's channel. Be sure to go over there and sub Mr. Bizarro if you're already not. I'm sure you already are. But we're doing a little set. A lot of fun coming up with a 30-minute set. I've got a unique thing working this time. I got a couple of little things I may kind of call audibles in the afternoon. I want to see where my head space is at. But it's going to be, I don't want to give away my hand, but it's going to be some I want to show the lineage between early rock and roll and punk rock a little bit. Oh. And then I'll try to hip some people to some stoner sludgy stuff you maybe have never heard, which is kind of my steez. I mean, that's, if I can do anything for the VC, sometimes it's that. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a nice mix. So I'm really looking forward to that. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. 100%. And Aaron and Randy's going to bring the heat too. And got a little peek at Aaron's set, so it gave me kind of an idea. And great that everybody kind of comes from a little different perspective, each time. And I don't want to do the one-trick pony. I don't want to be I don't want to be the stoner rock guy where they're like that's all I do every time. And the first time I kind of went all over the place. Last time was much more stoner rock central, which is my absolute wheelhouse. I don't want to do that every time. So it's going to be branching out. It's going to be a little different. It's going to be fun. Be fun. Oh, Steve Fever, can you dedicate Save a Prayer to me? Are you singing that one, Steve? Steve, drop the Duran Duran songs you're doing tomorrow. One of them's got a little rap. If Steve's going to rap tomorrow, I kind of want to see that. Which one's got the rap in it, Steve? There's a rappy Duran Duran. I'm kind of on board for that, to be honest with you. No cap on a stack. Hey, look, this dropped this week. No, not that one, dummy. A new Clutch single dropped that's coming off of this new record that's going to be dropping September 16th on Weathermaker. Sunrise on Slaughter Beach is coming out. And the new single dropped, kind of sounds similar to that. It's called Slaughter Beach, I think, or something like that. Didn't write that down for some reason. Yeah, Slaughter Beach. Says it was inspired by a late night walk around the southern Delaware Bay. Odd things happen there. This is a quote from Neil Fallon. The track is included on Clutch's upcoming 13th studio album. Which this quote is really kind of what I want to get to. A slamming summary of everything that makes the band great. Another giant leap forward into career longevity. Some bands can pull this off and other bands can't. That Clutch is the perfect example of a band that they remain the same. When you hear the next album, you're like, yup, that's a Clutch record. And it's a positive thing because there's always some stuff that's a little bit different, a little bit evolved, to where you're happy that it still sounds like Clutch, but you're also happy that they're doing something a little bit different. And that's a line that a lot of people can't walk. Either you sound like, it's like, dude, you've recorded this album 4 times. I should do the live show from Steve's gig. No, I ain't going. No, I got to do the goddamn Hydras tomorrow. I don't go nowhere. I try, you do. Clutch has the longest shows you ever been to. I don't remember seeing. I don't know how long they are, but drinking day old water off the bedstand, bro. Have you heard my thing about old water? That's my deal. My favorite tasting water is when I come back from a weekend and I still had water on my desk from Friday. That dusty water taste. Oh, honey, hush. That's my shit. And everybody's like, "Are you a psychopath?" And I'm like, I might. What are we saying? Probably. Shit. Of course. What are we talking about? But yeah, I love day old water. Oh, there's Steve's songs. Girls on Film, Planet Earth, Save a Prayer. Oh, is that the one you wanted? Is there something I should know? New Religion. Come up when you get all the video equipment set up. Merv, yeah, dude, when me and Aaron Griffin, especially, and Steve, I believe too, we're serious business about coming up there, man. Bringing some camera equipment and just sitting down, drinking some liquor, and telling some stories, rolling film. What's the harm there? Aaron's got some. I mean, he's up there shooting NASCAR. He's got some high dollar fucking equipment. All his own shit. He's not up there with ESPN's fucking cameras and shit. That's Aaron's fucking equipment. It's great to see Aaron doing so well. He was like the new guy in my department when I worked with Aaron back in the day. And now Aaron's shooting, got his own company and doing stuff for national clients. And I'm back here spinning my wheels doing local HVAC commercials. But, the world needs ditch diggers too, Danny. Want the crew to come spend the weekend with and live from Merv's Place show? Oh, now we're talking. Holy shit. Yeah. Dude, we're serious business. We really want to do that, man. We really do. And everybody wants to see that. And if I'm not shitting like full boxes of Steakums out of my ass by the time I leave there, I'm going to be really pissed off. What else was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Also, not to be, Mel Theologian says we're the channel of death. We're always talking about dying and stuff. But Steve Grimmett from Grim Reaper died. Just ironically enough, got some VCLT from Nebulous Prowler last week. The second record, which we played tonight, and we'll get into that one, what we played. But, man, I'm a big Grim Reaper fan. Get enough of Grim Reaper. It's kind of my go-to, like 80s metal, like high falsetto voice kind of shit. Like, I mean, yeah, there's Maiden, there's Halloween, and I love both of those, obviously, but like my go-to, Grim Reaper, one hundo. And it was sad to see you pass. I know he'd been having some health troubles, and Well, did he lose like a leg or something? He's been hobbling around for a while, hasn't he? That was kind of eerie. That's happened another time with somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but somebody else sent me some VCLT, and literally like the next week they died. Was it you, Nebulous? Can't remember. You guys get me so... I was talking about this last week. You guys get me so discombobulated with all the dope shit you see. Gets lost in the mix, and I lose. I can't remember who sent what, and fucking like a spreadsheet. But yeah, it was really eerie. Honestly, I noticed that came out today. Brand new Conan record. Oh, love these guys. We play them on the show all the time. It's a British. Was a Doom trio. It's been a trio. It's been a duo at different times. And this record right here, called Evidence of Immortality, double LP. It has to, because each song's, I'm sure, 12, 13 minutes. Last full length they did was 2018. Then they had a live at Freak Valley, which I've got the Ape Machine live at Freak Valley. Their fifth release, and I jammed it today. Gave it a little first listen jam, and I have to say, gotta get my first listen. Can't read. Things are so blurry. So blurry. I did jam it today a good bit, and I have to say, I mean, it's Conan. Again, kind of like Clutch. Like, Conan's a band that, like, I don't want them to deviate very far from what they're doing at all. Like, it's the perfect tuned down, gnarly. I don't want them to come back and be like, oh, well, this record's a little more proggy. Huh? Stop. No. For fuck's sake, no. And I'll jam this, and it's like Conan songs that you've just not heard before. You know what I mean? It's perfect. Kind of like Iron Maiden. You know, like, you love that, like, early Iron Maiden, the Power Slave, the Number of the Beast, those era stuff. And when you hear a new Iron Maiden record, it sounds like, fuck, it sounds like 4 or 5 tracks off of Power Slave that I've just never heard before. Boom. Perfect. That's kind of in the same vein. So, anyway. Yeah, you can't, dude, tune to F. That's all I can say about that. Sorry. Get lost. Also a big fan, big favorite of the show here for the appropriate here, but nope. Big Dinosaur Jr. fans here on the show, and I'm more of a recent fan of Dinosaur Jr. and god damn it, I love him. And I thought this was going to be like a pretty hardcore boot. All these like FM broadcasts and these quote unquote unofficial releases that pop out around bands nowadays, which I love, but you can, you know, you're always rolling the dice when it comes to the quality and what to expect from those type of releases. And I was stoked to say that this one is actually endorsed by the band. It's coming from Cherry Red Records. 7,200 Seconds, which is the live on MTV 1993 performance of the 120 minutes, which is why it says 7,200 seconds. It's their 120 minutes performance from 1993 on vinyl. It's on the band's actual website. That's going to be fantastic, man. That's going to be really good. But I will say, something. I was going to say something. Gary, can we roll that back? Two. Big Dinosaur Jr. fan, but one that I wasn't familiar with, and I love the 120 minutes from back in the day. I was really excited to see this. This was officially endorsed by the band. Leads me to believe that the sound quality is going to be actually fairly decent, something you could probably count on. That's refreshing. This day and age of all these unofficial releases and stuff, good to know that maybe this is going to be one you could actually count on. Good. Take 2. Scrap 1, go back to 2. The time code. Put the TCR in the notes and we'll another, like, speaking of stoner rock stuff, man. Sorry. It's literally like my favorite song in the world. The Cisco on hold music. I actually learned how to play this on guitar. No cap on a stack. And it's in my headphones. It's kind of hard to concentrate. No, anyway, another stoner rock classic. Nebula. Love Nebula. Heavy Psych is ironically released on Heavy Psych today, or reissued on Heavy Psych today. It's a 2009 album, and I don't really think it's been reissued since then. I will say I like Nebula. I like the stuff that they do. One of my beefs with Nebula is the fact that they're a little too heavy on like the wah pedal. So there's these long ass fucking jammy sections. So they're like lumped in with bands like Pious, right? Very minimal and like jammy, not jammy, groovy, heavy stuff. Sorry, my phone's being. My beef with Nebula is that they stand on the wah pedal a little too much, and it's like it gets like really jammy. So there's like 7-8 minutes of like, which can be kind of cool. Earthless does that to some success, and like I like Earthless, and it's kind of that same type vibe. And I like and respect what they do. It's just of that genre, the psychedelic stoner stuff. Not a band I don't want to say that. A lot of their albums I don't go back to too often. But great record, and 100%. If you never checked out Nebula, the one with red cover, the like instruments like out in the desert, that one is fantastic. Some of the other ones are too like, it's almost like they're trying to be Hendrix. Kind of going off into space and stuff. And when I'm in the mood for that, I'm in the mood for that. But when I'm in the mood for like Caius, heavy, down and dirty riffs, I don't want that. Anyway. Yeah, Earthless is fantastic. First one is a banger. Is it the first one? Is that the red one? Red, it's got the name of that record. I'm gonna have to look it up. Nebula. To the Center is the one I'm thinking of. 1999, To the Center. Which may be the first one. Looks like the first one. Of course, I can't find a big enough image. Yeah, look at this. That one right there. See that one? That's a absolute. That's a stone cold classic of the genre. Like if you're into Caius, Fu Manchu, that kind of stuff, see this record, which you won't. You won't. But just digitally, go download this. Get the or Spotify or whatever the fuck. That's essential. It's essential in the genre, 100%. Sorry, I'm not reading chat like I should. Gonna have pizza today, but made homemade meatballs and marinara. What if I want to go across the street and have one of those sandwiches I like? New York. Hey, do you guys live in St. Louis? I'm going to be coming to St. Louis in November. I have to do a Broadway thing with... I can't really see. That record's not that hard to get. To the Center, it was like super pricey. Did they reissue it? I don't remember. Some of the stuff that was like super pricey earlier is like now it's obviously like easier to get. I can't keep up. Here's something. That Nebula. I'd like to have that. That first one, I would definitely love to have. What happened to my nightmare? Oh, what happened to my nightmare? Oh, briefly, I'll give you guys. I'm not much of a traveler. I've only been on a few commercial flights ever. I don't go places. I don't do things. My boss asked me this because long and short is I'm going to have to be flying to St. Louis in a few months in November and doing some work with a Broadway production of a show that I'm going to be producing a 30-minute show about. I'm going to be making a 30-minute show. And I don't know. The only thing that really really discombobulates me is not knowing like where to go and what to do and who to talk to and like airport stuff and like all that, travel for business is like I'm a fish out of water. Anytime I feel out of water, it's just a bad scene. So I'm already worried about it. Like I'm already thinking about it. Like 4 months away. I'm already worried about it. So I literally had a nightmare last night about being in the airport. Where do you go? What's a bag? Where do you check a bag? I don't know what a bag is. Who do you talk to? Where's a guy? Who's a guy? I don't know the guy. It was one of those things where I'm just waking up and I can't, Anyway. I know for a lot of people, you're like, what are you, a fucking retard? I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of a retard. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm smart about a lot of things. That's 100% not one of them. It's funny because my boss said, so you don't like to, you don't like to travel? Are you not a big traveler? And I said, I love and respect that people like to travel and do things, but I have never found a place that I enjoy more than inside of my own head. Is exactly what I told my boss. And she just kind of went, okay. True. There's nothing like inside of my own head. I know. I mean, I've done it. Like me and Cameron went to Chicago and stuff, and like, I mean, I've done it. I've done it for business, but I tell the story like, I've been shooting video and doing like professional video stuff for 20 years now. But when I went into the news, I'm mostly in commercials. But when I did 4 years in the news business, and when I went into the news business, it was these little things like there's like, hey, the verdict's coming down, the trial's letting out. Go over to the courthouse and get the sound from the guy after the verdict you know, and when I get there, I'm just like, I don't know where to park. I don't know what door to go in. I don't know what guy to talk to. I don't know what to have in my pockets. Just like not knowing like the things, and everything's moving fast. And you're like, huh, I don't know. It's like a fat kid trying to play baseball again. You know what I mean? It's like all over again. Anyway, enough about my own stuff. What do you guys know about this? Adam's Apple from Wayne Shorter. This is one of the classic reissues, which is 100% the most bang for your buck when it comes to jazz records nowadays, I'll say. And I wasn't really familiar with this. This has Herbie Hancock, Reginald Workman, and Joe Chambers on it. I jammed this today because I wasn't really super familiar with it. Michael familiar. And love Wayne Shorter. And I love these classic reissues because you can kind of jump into some shit like low-key for like 22, 23 bucks. I don't know, do jazz people feel that this is like an essential album? I mean, I know a lot of Wayne Shorter stuff is up there, but like, I listened to it and I really enjoyed it. I didn't feel like after taking this in for a little bit, I didn't feel like it was essential. Is it worth 23 bucks? Yeah, sure. But it's not like an Eric Dolphy Out to Lunch where you listen to it for like literally 15 seconds and you're like, oh, fucking Katie, bar the door. Yep. It's gonna go right here. I didn't listen to that and get that same vibe. But I don't know. I don't know if other people feel it's essential because I've other records like this where it's taken me 2 or 3 listens and then I'm just like, what the fuck was wrong with me the first time I listened to this record, kind of thing. I don't know if it's that or not. But I don't know. It's a solid lineup. Waiting to see if what is going to wash up. What the hell word is that? I thought it said Ellen for a second. Anyway. Hey, before we get into what we played, anybody want to come up for what we played? Dropping it out there. If you got to wait backstage, it's tough turkeys. I hope all this works out, and I don't know. We've had troubles in the past. I was going to say, what the fuck is that, Metal Theologian? You drop all these heady references. I thought I was what? See? About called somebody out. One of the super intellectuals that just, I don't know. You ever just not like somebody for no good fucking reason? It's human nature, right? You confirm me into this. Elian Gonzalez? Elian Gonzalez washes up on the... Oh no, dude, when shit hits the fan, I'm your number one guy because I'm reactive. Boom. If you tell me I have to go do something in 4 months, I'm a psychopath because my brain can't handle the anticipation. But like, if the front yard catches on fire, oh, I'm fucking Hero Wilson over here. But if you tell me in 4 months your yard's going to catch on fire, I'm a mess. Funny. That's funny business. Good stuff. That's good stuff. I mean, granted, a little dated of a reference, but nevertheless. I'll go and jump into what we played tonight. We got some good stuff. I was kind of in that vein. I was already been, I think it really helps, actually, knowing that I'm going to be doing the Hydra sessions on Saturday night on Mr. Bizarro's channel, that I start thinking in terms of like sets, you know what I mean? So I'm like adding up numbers and calculating, and a lot of the stuff I'm thinking like I want it in the set, and then like 15 minutes later, I'm like, nah, maybe not. Boom, you're out. Then when it comes to Friday night, I'm like, oh, yo, that may be something I want to play on Friday. So anyway, I got some of that stuff in there. And some stuff that was left on the table from Wednesday night where we played some golf with friends over on Twitch. And Big Burly Bro, Mr. Eric Weinbender, cashed in some banana bucks, mind you. Highly respectable. Actually cashed in banana bucks and said, I want to hear some Conway Twitty. Now, I was about to be like, yo, I'm only playing, because on Wednesdays, if I'm playing records, I'm only playing stuff from down here. Boom, the stuff that's got to be shelved. Because I've said this the other night, for a record guy, as much as I love records with all my heart, I hate shelving records like I hate mowing the fucking yard. Hate it. Hate it. So anyway, he said, I want to hear some Conway Twitty. Just so happened, one of the records that was down, ready to be shelved, a little Conway Twitty. That stuff. Somebody gave this to me. I can't remember. Was it you, Weinbender, or was it somebody else? It may have been Aaron Griffin. Can't remember. The very best of Conway Twitty. Handsome man right here. Ooh-wee! Tell me that guy don't fuck right there. It's the country Elvis. But I just spun it around and played that shit. Still got to be shelved. How about that? And then often something else that needed to be shelved that I kind of pulled out. I never hear this cat talked about in the VC, and I really enjoy this music a lot. I have for years, and kind of it gets forgotten, and I forget it too. Is Sandy Nelson, who's a drummer, and a lot of the albums are like 60s kind of. A lot of them are covers and stuff like that, but it's really showcasing like the drumming and stuff like that. Obviously, this is "Let There Be Drums," which is something I need to show. I think I picked it up not too recently, maybe. I don't know. It was in the stack to show. No, it wasn't. No, it's something I have for a while. But there's one side of this that's like literally all drums. But this, the side one, Slippin' Slidin', Tequila, My Girl Josephine, and Big Noise from Buenatica. Let There Be Drums and Bouncy. Good stuff. I don't feel like saying enough love in the VC. Pulled out a little Judas Priest, Hellbent for Leather. What was the original title for this? This is the U.S. title, right? Hellbent for Leather. What was the original? There was something that happened with the Kent State thing. They had to change the title. Am I right there? Solid ass shit. I don't know. I was just kind of feeling this. I think, but the like the UK and stuff has a different name for Hellbent for Leather. If I remember right, it's because of Kent State. Killing Machine. That's it. Killing Machine, and they kind of pulled the plug on that name and title and Bob because of that shit. Mr. Eric Weinbender cashing some banana bucks to play something for our pal Bill Young, Michigan guy. Up with the other cameras, no other camera. And I want to hear some Michigan rock and roll. And I was like, well, I can give you some Stooges, Funhouse. How about this? This was VCLT from Scotty from a long time ago. School shooting in Cleveland is why they did that? Gotcha. Not Kent State. Or is that Kent State? Funhouse, and I played the opposite side. I don't know if it's one or two. The one that doesn't have TVI on it, because typically I would play TVI, because that's my favorite Stooges song. I'm a TV man. What can I tell you? Got a TV Yeah, old me. I can't get enough of that song. That's killer song. That's one of those songs that gets in my head. No. Camera 2 is active, but I have camera 2 is set up for the StreamYard. I have to give I can't different than other people's streams when I incorporate into the mix here. I have to tell it I can't use the same camera because it'll be like, oh, that camera's in use already. So camera 2 goes over to StreamYard, camera 1 stays here, but the mic stays the same. For some reason it lets me use the mic on both things. I don't know. Not sure how it works. As I was putting together the set for one of those, what I was talking about earlier, talking about the Hydra sessions earlier, and I'm thinking about ways to like weasel some things in and out of the set. And initially, sometimes I think some things are working, and then as I get further into it, I'm like, even like the next day, and I'm like, nah, I don't. I mean, maybe, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's working, so I'll kind of pull it back. One of those was, and I wanted to weasel some of this in. I got into this thing in my head, kink controversy. The kink controversy. See up there, it's a Spanish, very cool record, by the way. And I've got, Kinks is one of the most bands I have the most records of, like 12 or 13 records of, maybe. I hadn't really played a lot of Kinks lately, but I was up with them like early on in collecting. So weird. What label? RT? Very weird label. It's a Spanish import, fairly OG from what I can tell. Super clean. From a guy's store that sold some. Man, he sold some. And I was thinking, because I got into this thing in my own head, like, are the Kinks proto-punk? Could that be part of the lineage for like punk rock? You could kind of make the case. You Really Got Me? I mean, you take that one song even. I mean, that's kind of right there, right? Maybe not, but like, they're always listening to me. What, bruh? But yeah, I kind of started, because I'm doing kind of a rock, not to give my hand away, but I'm kind of doing a little, the first part of the set is like how rock and roll gives way to punk rock. A little bit. It's not 100%. But how it just kind of passes the baton. You know what I mean? Which is going to be fun. Be a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, we played the second Grim Reaper that Nebulous Prowler was so gracious to send last week. And apparently he's an angel of death, because then killed off Steve Grimmett this week. Lot, dude. But no, this is a record I wasn't super familiar with. Michael familiar. Nice hype sticker on this. Got a contest, like, pretty awesome. Like in oh, this is cool. I may have read this last week, but enter the Reaper Madness contest. Take the Rock and Roll Maniac quiz and win prizes. Prizes! Says that twice. An RCA VCR. Video cassettes. Reefer Madness. Night of the Living Dead and others. Grim Reaper jerseys. Fuck it. And headbands. Contest rules inside. So killer. Thanks again for sending that, and rest in peace, Steve Grimmett. So I'll pull it. I said, boom. Sad. Sad that people have to die. Like it. I don't care for it. No, it's not really what I'm about. Mr. Bizarro cashing some banana bucks to hear all them witches. Want to hear side 2 of Nothing as the Ideal? I think Bizarro and Shane are in cahoots together here because two back-to-back banana bucks, right? Bizarro says he wants to hear side B of them, right? I'll just show you. Okay, boom. What side's this? What side's that? I don't know. I'll look at the list of songs. Oh, wait. Maybe I'll look at the list of songs. It didn't say it fucking anywhere. So I had to come over here, get my fucking readers, and go back over there and look at the dead wax to figure out what goddamn side I was playing. Unacceptable. Guys? That horrific record. I mentioned this on the stream earlier. All Them Witches gets lumped into the category of stoner rock, which I because of that category, I have found a lot of fantastic bands. I do, however, feel like that's it's a big misnomer for a lot of bands, especially for bands that maybe are not even like stoners or like, because stoner rock to me pejoratively would refer to like bands that use simplistic kind of riff formulas that are tuned down, gnarly, beat a lot. And it can be, I don't necessarily think they're slow, because if you involve slow, then I think doom, right? If it's not necessarily slow, then it's in the stoner realm. Pious, Fu Manchu, that kind of stuff. But a band like All Them Witches, a more modern band, gets lumped into that category. And that's not entirely fair, because they do a lot of things different than a lot of those bands and go well beyond what those other bands do in terms of orchestration, instrumentation, like arrangements of music and stuff, a lot of different parts, a lot of ins and outs and what have yous, more than what a Caius would be doing. And great musicians. Fantastic musicians in All Them Witches. They put out some really diverse, at times like kind of spacey stuff. There's some like really heavy riffs in there, nice melodic singing and stuff. It's kind of really all over the place in a very, very, very good way. Very good way. Then, like I was saying, and Shane cashing some banana bucks to play, one of my favorite records. But I will say, without a doubt, of my collection, biggest pain in the ass to pull a record out to play of anything in my collection. Boris Pink. This is the reissue. And it's the best Boris record in my opinion. I love it. I love the shit out of it. But if you look, it's like a pseudo box set. And the records are in the back there. How long is it going to be? I can't believe this is in as good a shape as it is. And also, what sleeve do you put this in? It's like bigger than a damn. I don't know what you do. I can't believe as many records as I've fucked up over the years, just being a drunk idiot. I can't believe I've not fucked this up more than I have to this day. But Shane asked for side A of Boris Pink. God almighty, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I know they had a brand new record come out this past week before last. The Heavy Rocks, the new version of Heavy Rocks, the 2022 version. But want to hear more about Boris? Maybe come see us in about 24 hours. I have a track for you. Yeah. Some more VCLT from Nebulous Prowler from last week. Word. From Nebulous. Can't say. The white vinyl. I don't know. The Suicidal's first. And it's my first suicidal in the collection. Man, you talk about hitting. Tonight, this shit was fucking hitting. I was playing some fucking Future Primitive skate video, the Pal Peralta skate video. You know. What a combination that is. That's like peanut butter and jelly. You kidding me? Let me put on my Raiders. Frontier. Fantastic feature. After that, I think it was after that. Essential. Also some VCLT. I mean, it's funny because I got a call from, you guys don't know that the chip sheet. Chip sheet's been curated by Sweet Pea since we started, 10 years. And goes back through the show. She watches Chip Chat. She watches all the show, but generally, she may pop through some. When I start going off on a rant about something, she may pop through that. Who wouldn't? Let's be honest. But typically watches all the shows, but she don't stay up late and watch it like us idiots right now. But she got to the show from 2 weeks ago, I guess, because she's kind of behind. He was talking about that box that Scotty sent, and she was like, he called me today, and she was like, yo, what the fuck? That shit that Scotty sent? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh. And all these, the 45s and stuff. So tonight I played one of those. Maybe more of those some other time. I don't know. Damn. Decca? It's Gene Rayburn from... Boom. And the track we played tonight is Way Up in North Carolina, which is where we live. And the gist of the song is, I don't ever want to go any further north than North Carolina, kind of thing. Yeah, but true story, she actually like gave me a call and was like, yo, what's up with that? What those 45s of the game show host? Like, yo, what's up with that? Stoked on it. So yeah. I realized we had not played anything funky throughout the evening. I had to pull this out. I was just kind of feeling it. Jazz band live, and I generally never play this without playing side one, which my dad introduced me to the song Let It Whip. He had it on a compilation when I was a kid and would like dance to that shit and like fucking show out to Let It Whip. I remember like 4 or 5 years old just being like, yeah, this is my shit. But because of that, but that side, Let It Whip, is like really the only banger on that side. The rest of them are a lot of slow tracks. So I went to side 2, which has like banger, short slow track, and then like banger and then a slow track. So I played the banger and suffered through a little slow jam, and then yeah, killer stuff, man. And that always reminds me. I played a couple of records. Kind of reminds me of my dad's Steve. That's one right there, 100%. Other one coming. More VCLT from Scotty Stricknon, actually. Sent this with that box of 45s. Moist Boys 3. Didn't know the Moist Boys. This Dean Wayne, parentheses, Mickey Moist on guitars. From the date. I can help me. I don't know. But I listened to this I got it, or like the next day, like Saturday. I think we played a side like after the show that Friday, and then I listened to the other side on Saturday. And first one was on Grand Royal. This one's on Ipecac. Notice that. Huh. God, it really didn't say like impact. But I really liked it the first time I played it through, and then I went. This is my second playthrough when we listened to it tonight. I'm in fucking love with this record. It not only is just hitting on a different level, but the fidelity and the sound from an aggressive record, because there's some aggressive kind of vocals and guitar tones, and it's kind of sharp and tangy at times. But to be able to pull that off in a very, high fidelity kind of way, in my idiot opinion, just sounds good in this room. I mean, just it was kind of noticeable from the records that were around it. You could tell a very distinct difference when I put this record on. It really sounded really clean and crisp, and it was like heavy riffs, but they were kind of trebly, but they were noticeably like defined riffs. Really impressive stuff. Really, and a band I had no fucking idea about. Yeah, no idea about these guys before. And speaking of my dad, I've had this kind of stuck in my craw for a couple of weeks. Been meaning to play it on the show. Been dancing around it inside my own head for a while, but then I kind of get on the show and I forget to play it, and I just kind of get lost. My opinion, where rock and roll and soul meets, literally about as good as it gets. This is, in my opinion, about as good as it gets when rock and roll meets soul. This is it. The cream of the crop. The exciting Wilson Pickett. The Pink album. I mean, Land of a Thousand Dances, Something You Got. 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Barefootin', Mercy, Mercy. You're So Fine. That's the side we played tonight. And I'm just, man, it just doesn't get any better than that. This is a little kind of a rough copy. Especially, it sucks because it's the roughest on the first track, Land of a Thousand Dances. Kind of smoothed itself out a little bit throughout the process of playing it, but like, and I know Wilson Pickett, again, just like Daz Band from my dad when I was a kid, dancing around to that. Like, giving the Ric Flair, like, whoa! Like, I mean, that was, I realize now he probably had a little bit of liquor to drink, and you have a little liquor to drink and you start listening to Wilson Pickett, a woo's probably going to ooze out of your mouth a little bit. It's probable. It's not definite, but it's definitely fucking probable. If you're drinking liquor, you listen to Wilson Pickett, you're going to woo. You're probably going to woo. In my experiences, you're probably going to woo. Yeah, that on the lake. Vance was mentioning that earlier. Like, nice, crisp. Brilliant label. I mean, pretty as fuck, man. Yeah, dancing around like George Jefferson. My dad's always reminded me of George. Little guy, wore the 3-piece suits. Didn't matter how little he was still talking shit. I remember even as like a 5-year-old, I remember thinking like, yeah, George Jefferson's kind of like my dad. My dad is a mix between George Jefferson and Ric Flair. That's a true story. That is 100% true right there. Yeah, the label matches the cover. Another, we'll get into it with a. Oh, I should launch Rick Jefferson. Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for joining and coming up here on screen with it. I appreciate you guys. Fucking at. We'll launch Steam. We're gonna play some marbles. Oof. Marbles on Steam. No update. That's good at least. One part of my life, it's staying together. Here, we're gonna get base. Hey. Damn game catcher. Get off the... How's marbles not? Oh. Delay bullshit. Pay for delays. Exclamation point or mark. Are you guys exclamation point or mark? You guys point or mark guys? I feel like I'm on an episode of the Electric Company. You guys remember the Electric Company guy that would draw the pronunciation? I mean, punctuation things. Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you like to write. Point. You guys are point. Yeah, it's funny because when I think about it, Scotty, I can't think of if I say point or mark. But, oh, look, it's Captain Carburetor, everybody. Hey, speaking of which, Captain Carburetor, you left your legal documents in my new vehicle. The ones that your parents gave you. They're very important documents, and you left them in the car. I found them a couple of days ago. They're very important documents. Give you guys a minute or a shot. Who's doing a shot? Do I have to go over to some other stream to find somebody else to do a shot with me? You guys get done playing shot with me? Man, I got a fresh half gallon in there. I've really stretched this bitch out. Hey, what's up, Dave? DJ Thunder, what's up? Derek Higgins won once through. Dude, what? What? Wait. Derek Higgins mentioned? Talking about sonospheres over here? On marbles? Oh. Oh. Bad. Bad. Auction. All right, let's see who won. Oh, Jesus. The Dojo. 6 votes. That's going to be your wiener right there, right? Am I tripping? Oh, the Dojo. Number 18. If you voted for number 18, hey, congratulations. You're already on a winning team. Well, I like the looks of this. Whee! Run this. Let's take a shot. Exclamation point play. Yeah, you're right. Exclamation. Don't forget that. I have forgotten that a few times and not actually been in the race. Let's see who runs owns the track record for us. It's Nebulous Prowler, the nifty gifter himself at 204,787. That's our track record for our little community here in our little shady, somewhat suspect corner of the internet. Nebulous Prowler owns the record, so do your best, folks, but I don't know. He's one tough hombre. I don't know. It's tough sledding. Here's everybody. Hey, this shirt came from the bar. You guys ever been to the Record Archive in Rochester? What's up, Ron Beaudry? How are you, man? Cheers, buddy. Yeah, I did want to say, like, I know most of you missed this, but last week, we go back over to Twitch after the show and listen to some records, and about 4 a.m., I was literally about to wrap it up, and the boss man showed up in chat. You guys that don't know, they unsuspectingly had a baby, like, out of thin blue air past year, and unplanned, like, literally didn't know that she was pregnant and had a medical issue, kind of honked out, and they went to the hospital and like, oh, well, you're pregnant. I was like, wait, what? And then they had a baby. Boom. Like immediately. Crazy. One of the craziest things I've ever heard, ever. He was like me, like, older, like freewheeling, like, fuck it, dude. And next thing you know, he had like a NICU baby with no they had not converted a room of the house into a fucking nursery, or like, you know what I mean? Like, none of that pre-planning, like normal human being stuff. It was like dropping into your lap, like the stork literally dropped it. Anyway, boss man dropped into the chat at 4 a.m. because he got up to feed the baby. I was like, yeah, so I got all these new Wu-Tang records, so I played him some Raekwon the Chef at like 4 a.m. before I signed off. But it was good to see him in here. Was the point of the story. All right, well, we're running the race. I'm sorry. I'm flapping my gums. All right. Good luck, me. Literally, good luck, me. Okay. Oh. I don't understand what's happening. Let's take a closer look. Let's jump right into the action. Nebulous Prowler and Metal Theologian jockeying for position with Grown Men Record Night right behind him. Oof. Oh. Aggressive moves right here. Nebulous taking the left-right route. Metal Theologian the right. Into the bamboo forest. Look at Metal Theologian. Go! No. Right in the lumberyard, Danny. Boom. Look at Merv. Power moves with shower shoes. I think everybody has a chance at this point. Especially this mother. Ooh. Damn good looking. Whoa! What happened? My nose itches. Who went out? Merv off the board. Record Night. Making it happen. It's like a deer colon. Looks like the inside of a deer. I don't know if you guys have ever busted a deer open to get their meat out, rip their guts out for that, but it kind of looks like this. Oh. Oh, DJ Thunder. Burley. Everybody making moves here. Look at Fred popping through, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, look at Fred's little Megadeth. Woo! Record Night off the board. No. No. Is that the real Nebulous behind it, or is that the ghost? That's the ghost. But look at Fred. Oh, oh no. Oh. Oh, the VC's worst nightmare. Fred Dobbs wins at marbles. Internet shut down. Boom. That's like when the Four Horsemen come in and just kick the shit out of Dusty Rhodes. Everybody's boo, boo, boo. Good job, Fred. Hell yeah. Woo. Hell yeah. Love to see that. He's going to screenshot. He better screenshot it. Better be up on his Facebook profile. His header. Twitter header. The Notorious. Yeah, I love that. That needs to be the next screen name. The Notorious FRED. I want credit for it, though. The Notorious FRED. Yeah, you know me. Top of the resume. I will say a valued member of the community. Fuck everybody else. What the fuck am I doing? I know what we're doing. Get out of that. Fred can have Steve's sack. There's nothing in it. Steve's an older gentleman. There's nothing in Steve's sack anymore. That's a moot point at this point. We're jumping in a little dig of the week. Yes, if you picked up some records this want to talk about, hear about it. For my dig of the week selection, I picked out some 5 psych records for our pal Bill at Michigan Record Club that passed away yesterday. Those are the ones I'm going to talk about. But I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of have to pee. Hold up. While I'm peeing? Nice. Hold up. Steve's sack is over? Any of these selections. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta pee. You guys give me a
Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
You know about periods?
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes. All women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie?
Yes, Mom?
Jill wants to know something. What do you want, Jill?
Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods? Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs.
Well, Susie, what about my teacher? Does Miss Jones have periods?
Yes, Jill, your teacher, Mrs. Jones, does have periods. All women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Dad.
What have you girls been talking about?
About periods, Daddy. Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure, honey. What is it?
Does Aunt Carol have periods?
Yes, Jill. All women have periods about every 4 weeks.
But, Dad, men don't have periods, do they?
That's right, honey. Men do not. Only women. Blood from inside a woman's body comes outside from an opening between her legs about every 4 weeks.
But the blood, won't it get on my clothes?
No, it won't, because you use a sanitary
A
pad.
sanitary pad.
Yes, a sanitary pad.
Susie, what's a sanitary pad?
Come on, Jill, I'll show you. I'm having my period now. Let's go into the bathroom.
This is Sam.
Look, doing the best we can over here. Sometimes you got to take a whiz. Stuff happens. Saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. This is a Golden Girls Vaporwave edition that we're playing right now. Anyway, let's get into a little bit of Dig of the Week. So like I said, period. I've been accused of that. That means temperamental. I can be a little bit unpredictable. One could confuse that situation with flow of blood between your legs. That so I mean maybe this is the best mixer I've ever had in my life, so to speak. A couple of weeks, Barrett's sugar-free ginger beer. Whew. Just fill this up. So it's mostly soda. Yeah, that's probably a good one. Oh, there's a fresh half gallon in the freezer right now, Scott. I thought I would have killed that on Wednesday. Weird. Like fifths I kill like super quick, and I'm like, wait, where'd that go? When I buy half gallons, they tend to last like for fucking ever in my brain. Like I was saying for Dig of the Week. Oh, we got Ron backstage. Rockin' Ronnie.
Hey, baby!
Dude, hold up. Let me make sure I can get you in here. The process here.
The pose.
All white. White. Going like a white screen.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had that issue before. Why don't I log out and try to come back in?
No, it's on me. It's on me, 100%. Hold up, give me just a second.
Well, I have a few records and I have a drink, so I'm good.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I am a grown man, so I can do that.
Hell yeah. I feel like it's capturing like part of the screen here.
So we're having technical difficulties, folks.
Oh, always. Literally fucking always.
It's time for that part of the show.
Like for 10 years we're having technical difficulties. Back. Capture. Here. Back here. I'm gonna check this before because I got like a Windows update and things got really weird.
Yeah.
Um,
I've had my same laptop for probably 8 years. It's Windows 7, and I've never done an update. And guess what? It works fine.
yeah,
I
that's
can get the
weird.
free Windows 10 and do all that. I just never do it because I've never had any luck with
Yeah.
updates.
When I capture this, look at this. It's a solid white brick.
That's my head. It's coming in live. It's my head. It's
I
fine.
mean, I've got your audio, which is fucking weird. Oh my god, this is gonna make me crazy.
Why don't I just come back? If it's something, maybe we can just try it again.
Yeah,
I'll leave.
you can chill and keep talking, but I just it's on my end. I promise you. Whoa. Yeah, hit the wrong. Probably this new window. This is why, because I use OBS, so it's like it's combining StreamYard with OBS, which is like it's like getting the Hatfields and the McCoys to shake hands for some reason. You know what I mean? It's like you may be able to do it once in a while, but try something.
Well, any luck?
Not yet. Why is it a white block? Damn
That's
that.
my head.
Because it could be the
So you have a VPN? Is that what it is, or what?
could be the hardware acceleration, which Chrome does not like something. I don't know why it's like a solid block. Oh, it's not seeing that window. It will. I'm confident.
Yeah, I'm on the YouTube stream mode. So that's what you're on, or maybe you're on Twitch stream. Is that what it is? Or what?
No, it's all one big family. It's just it gets weird
Yeah.
for some reason.
Because to come on, it was exactly the same as I've always done it. You
Yeah.
just go backstage, click on the thing. Here I am. My microphone worked, camera working. I can see myself fine.
Yep.
I'm in the show. It says right here, I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear me,
Yeah. Oh, it.
except you.
Yeah. Control delete. I can do this. Curious. It's weird. I can capture every window, but the StreamYard, which is so fucking weird. So I've got a few tabs open on in Chrome, and each tab I can capture, but StreamYard. So weird. Still farting around with it.
Come
What's
on,
been
Mike.
going on?
This is holding up the show right here.
Have you been buying a bunch of records? How many records do you buy like normally, Ron? Like, are you a guy that buys a bunch of records?
No, I don't. I just bought 2 today. I bought 2 of the Roxy Music reissues by Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah.
Because I have, the best editions already. Unlike another guy who he's just starting to do these videos where he compares records on the internet here.
Yeah.
Because he bought about every MoFi in the world and everything that there's out there, and then he decided hey, you know, Ron's been saying it's only as good as what are you comparing it to?
Right.
Because every record that you buy, a brand new record, you take it home, you put it on the turntable. You know what? They all sound good. They do. But compared to what? Then you go back and you say, I've got the OG of that thing. Let me put that on there. And I said, holy crap, this sounds a lot better than that new digital record I just bought. What the hell?
Ron, I'll tell you, my favorite thing I've ever heard you say ever, when you're talking to new collectors, and you were saying, like, look, honestly, bang for your buck, go get CDs. They sound fantastic. You can get them really cheap, and you can get into, like, collecting music and, like, get the fever and the feel for it and, like, all that stuff. And, you know, if you get, once you realize, oh, fuck, you're 50 years old, you've kind of made it in life, you've kind of done your thing, you got some disposable income, you want to buy, like, nice amp, you want to get some good stuff, some good equipment, go out and seek out some of the, like, nice stuff and whatever. But, like, if you're a 25-year-old and you got, like, kind of limited kind of means, you can find some nice CD collections that will get you down the road, for fuck's sake.
You know, it's not 1989 anymore. Records are very friggin' expensive, and CDs are a dime a dozen. That's flip-flop. Records were cheap, and there was a lot of folks in the BC back in the early days. They got into record collecting because they couldn't afford to buy CDs. It wasn't because I think records are better, any of that. They just were buying records because they were cheap, because they could afford it.
Yeah, agreed.
And so nowadays, I tell, like, you know, the younger kids that are, I can't afford all this. I like you said, hey, and I thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I mean, some of this. I mean, if I was coming into this now, it's. I mean, even for me, it can be intimidating. You know, like the level of equipment and, like, it's already. I think in general, the hobby in general is intimidating, or it can be. If you're just not like a punk rock guy and it's like, man, I want to grab everything I've ever heard in my life. I've kind of come from that. I want to, every piece of music I've ever heard in my whole life, I just want to own it. I heard Steve Carlson say that. You know, he was like, when he first started collecting records, his goal was like, I want to own every record that ever existed ever. And I was like, yep, that was me. That was me.
Wow. Yeah, no.
I've never heard anybody else say that.
No, that's not me.
You know, some goofy kids record at a Goodwill, I want it. Like some stupid gospel record that just, like, has a weird cover, I want it. But
yeah, I'm financially challenged. I can't even think about owning all these kinds of records. So I bought those two Roxy Music today. I bought them on Target. You went to the Target website and bought them on there. And because a fella's now doing the videos, you know, he's over in Europe. He likes to buy lots of records. He's got lots of videos out. You all know who I'm talking about. And now he started comparing records. And he'll get a record, he'll get the original, and then he'll get the new one. He'll say, yeah, they both sound great. Yeah, they're good. I've listened to both, and you know, they're both good. No. That's not how you do a comparison video, people. So I'm going to buy the Roxy Music. I'm going to friggin' do it, and you can be the judge.
There you go. I like that.
Who's the GOAT of the which record sounds better channel, right?
And you've been doing that shit for fucking ever, right?
I started the shit. Yeah, I started.
Woo! I like that shit. Get in and get aggressive. I like it. That's why he's rocking Ronnie.
That's correct, buddy. That's why I'm your buddy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got my drink and I'm saying cheers.
Yeah, me. Cheers to you, man. I kind of watered mine down because
well, I like watered down drinks because, you know, I like to not cough after I drink stuff.
Man, I found this it's a Barrett's sugar-free ginger beer I've been mixing my drinks with. Oh, incredible. I'm back on the low carb train, so
good for you. Yeah.
Man.
I like to be on a low carb. I just made a snack. I got some salami and some cheddar cheese. And I cut a kiwi up because the kiwi's only got 10 carbs on it.
There you go.
It's loaded with stuff, buddy.
Absolutely.
Try to eat a kiwi every day. It's totally loaded with everything.
Actually,
magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, you name it. It's just a powerhouse.
My treat for the weekend is I got some, like, what do you call it? The dry salami. Dry salami or...
Yeah. I like dry salami, yeah.
it was, a little more expensive piece of meat, and I'm like, okay, I got some good cheese. I'll cut that up.
Yeah,
That
total
would've-
keto, and it's great.
Yeah, completely. So what else? What else you been digging on, man? Are you still are you digging on these like classic reissues and stuff, or are you more of an OG guy?
No, I am a reissue fella. Once, let's say about 2008-9 started. Kevin Gray was over at RTI then, and Rhino started reissuing a lot of the Warner Brother catalog, and he was redoing all that stuff. And you could get Alice Cooper and all the classic stuff that was on Warner Brothers, like Deep Purple and such, and even like Van Morrison, because that's Warner Brother too. And the stuff that they put out, they got all those Stroughton jackets, and they got the stuff pressed at RTI, remastered by Kevin Gray. So I'm saying all the good stuff, and I didn't know it at the time. I just knew the product and how good it sounded. And then I was the first guy to ever say Kevin Gray or Bernie Grumman on YouTube. I was the one that started all that shit.
I believe it, dude.
And you ask anybody, they'll tell you that's who they learned it from.
I 100% believe that. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I've always, I mentioned this before. Like I think like when the whole, not to go back to the whole MoFi gate thing, but like,
yeah, go ahead. I love all that shit.
yeah, but when that came up, I loved like a lot of the like, like old school like punk rock cats were like, oh, fucking audiophiles. You mean you couldn't tell the difference between digital and analog? I thought you guys.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
And that's funny because you give the old, you gotta be able to like give and take on some of that. I mean, if you grew up, people giving you the business, you know what that's like. You gotta be able to give and take the business.
I work in a man. I was a machinist at the railroad for 40 years. You don't think I know what kidding's about?
Yeah, it's funny because some people can't take that kind of shit. You know what I mean? And
you don't belong in a man's pants, then if you can't take a little kidding.
Quote of the night. But I thought that was funny. But it's funny because I love kidding people about like, oh, the audiophiles are like this weird subset of the collecting sphere or whatever.
It's true.
But,
it's true.
But when I'm thinking about, because I am I'm a kind of a low-key jazz guy, but if I'm thinking about picking up this reissue over that reissue, you guys are the guys I'm going to ask, like, which one is good or not. As much as I want to, like, kind of dunk on those kind of people for being snobby and whatever.
I don't think they're snobby for the most part. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. But if I want to pick up something that's I'm gonna spend some money on, and I want to get the one that sounds good for fuck's sake. Like,
yeah, Now, about something called the Tone Poet, right? From Blue Note?
Yeah.
Yeah. See that for the money. You get the Stroughton, you get the tip-on jacket, you get remastered by Kevin Gray, pressed at RTI. I'm saying all the right stuff. It's going to be a phenomenal record.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. It's for $35 or $30 or something. Get them on sale. You cannot go wrong. That's a beautiful piece of stuff.
I think if you're kind of first starting to wade into this hobby and really kind of get into that, that's kind of where you should be. Like if you can't.
Now, hang on. Mike, I want to say something about the MoFi thing. And this is what has aggravated a lot of people. Because you can get that record we just talked about, a Tone Poet, right? That comes from the original master tape. Everybody knows where it's coming from. It's remastered by Kevin Gray. It's pressed. It's got the beautiful jacket. MoFi is not even doing that good of a job, and they want to charge you $60 and $100 for that thing.
Absolutely. Hold on, I gotta switch you back. There we go. Yeah, that's what I love about kind of that scene is, and I've gotten a few of those like that. How do you feel about the difference between the Tone Poets and the Classic series?
Yeah, you see, that's another thing. On the Classic series, Kevin Gray still remastered it, They're plated over and at RTI. They send the plates to Germany, and then they make the covers over there, and they press the records over there. And they're cheaper. And I don't know why they do it like that. I think so they're a lot cheaper in Germany and the UK. Those records are going to be not so expensive, right? Because to get like the MoFis and stuff, for a MoFi over there in Germany, there's like $200. It's stupid money. Yeah. So maybe they're doing it so the folks on those classic, they can introduce Europe to the jazz. Like maybe they don't have as much of it over there as we do because all those records are from our country, right?
Interesting.
I watched the guy's video today. He was talking about all of the latest records that have been produced by, say, Analog Productions and such that are from the original master tapes. And I listened, and every single band he talked about was from the United States. Because we can get those tapes here, right? If you're on, especially on the West Coast now, Kevin Gray can get the tapes. He's over there on the West Coast. He can get them. And the big record companies, they don't want to, like Sony will not give the tapes out anymore. That was one of the red flags why MoFi was putting out some Sony product, and we know that you can't get the tape, so how are you making the record, bro?
Yeah. It was out there. A lot of people knew. It's like, this has been chalked from a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, the records sound good, but they were just lying about it so they could charge you overcharge people. That's what was underhanded about it.
My thoughts about all of this was it was literally like it was kind of a non-issue for me because I make commercials for a living, like TV commercials, and so like in the ad game, I mean, we've been lying to people for fucking decades. Like you find creative ways to lie around that's the whole game.
That's what their game was. Yeah, that's what they did. They did a great job of it.
Reduced fat, or whatever it is.
Yeah, MSG free and all this stuff.
Yeah, MSG free and like,
hey, look at the scotch I'm drinking. It's no MSG, no gluten in it. It's great.
It's the way you word things. So like I respect the game, believe me, because my career is the game. But yeah, it's fun.
And it didn't affect me too much because I haven't bought a lot of those new MoFi stuff because they just keep reissuing the same old thing over and over again, and I'm not into buying the same record 100 times anymore. I'm done.
This has been my biggest beef about this whole thing, and it's the third in me that I have as punk rock, and that one of the things that kind of keeps me going and keeps me motivated is there is people that's like, oh, all the fucking Applebee's dad comments like, oh, all the best music was made in the 1950s and 60s, and you can't find any.
Bullshit. No.
It's like bullshit. Like I spend my entire week, all my free time, finding new music coming out right now, 2022, brand new music that is flipping my fucking wig now.
Awesome.
And I make it a point to find it. If you say there's none of that stuff coming out, you're not looking.
You're not looking. Yeah.
You're not looking.
Where do you find it, Mikey? Where do you go to look for your stuff?
I mean, depends on the VC in a lot of ways. I mean, if it's not
okay.
I mean, like the punk rock guys like Ron Kidd or like like metal guys and like I'm just all over the place, and I'm on Spotify and I do mixes and stuff like that, and I'll write down like, oh, here's a band. If I like this band, they'll suggest another band, and that sends me down another rabbit hole. Then it's like, oh, this came out last year. Then I'm pulling up a Bandcamp. Then I'm pulling up some like pseudo bootleg like website where they're selling their record. But like
Bandcamp, there's a lot of stuff on.
Yeah, and but the point is, if you're still arguing about what pressing of, I know Eagles greatest hits, and you're arguing about 4 or 5.
I don't have any Eagles records to worry about.
Exactly. But if People are arguing about the 4 or 5 different versions of that record, and there's a
or let's argue about Toto records. No, I don't have those either.
Right, and there's 200 records that came out this year that will eat their fucking lunch, dude.
That's right. Hey,
how many years do you have on the planet? Find some new fucking music to listen to. You're gonna run out of time, man.
Because it's about the music in the first place, everybody.
Yeah, you're gonna run out of time, and you're gonna spend your entire life arguing over 20 bands in the course of history. You're gonna argue about 20 fucking bands. The Beatles and
BC.
Steely Dan and blah blah blah.
All
whatever.
these Beatles channels. Everybody wants to talk about Beatles 24/7.
And God, I love the fucking Beatles, man. But I found bands last week, like literally last week, and I want to move on. I want to find their records. You're going to run out of time, and you're going to fucking die before you listen to all this great music that you've just missed while arguing about the same 5 bands from the fucking 60s and 70s. You're going to miss it.
Right. It's hard to find new music. It is. I'm
and
happy
it's
you're
not
able
about
to
being
find
about,
it.
and it's not about being an old guy or a young guy it's just about finding the stuff, because Steve is like 15 years older than I am, and we both like help each other and like, dude,
Yeah.
you're a psych guy, you're more of a prog guy, you're more of a punk guy, you're more of a metal guy. Have you heard this? Have you heard that? Have you heard this? It's a back and forth all the fucking time. Have to do that. If you're not, you're missing the boat, and you're gonna die and miss so much great music.
Hey, I got a couple records that you can't see them, but I can tell you. I can mention.
Oh yeah, you're up
name
on
of
the screen, buddy.
I'm up here now.
Oh, absolutely.
You fixed me. I didn't even know I was here. I'm here.
You've
rubbing
been here
my
the whole time.
nose
I'm sorry.
and-
I should have told you.
Okay. You ever heard of this record here?
No, what is that?
Dude, this is one of my favorite records of all time right here. It's called Alex Harvey Band.
Alex Harvey Band.
The sensational Alex Harvey Band. These guys from Scotland. Okay? And I actually have 2 of them. I've had more than 2, of course, but if you look at the inside, you see how it's kind of a dark purple?
Yeah.
And this one is, the color is a little bit different. And they're both first editions. One's a German first edition, and one is a UK. And that's just a little, and it's got the Unipack cover. You know how they opened up, and then you had to dig the record from the inside here. But check this out. Boom.
Oh, the old swirl, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
You never saw people in the VC, and it's even got pull it out.
Oh, that's cool.
Swirl
man.
bag. Yeah. So, but it's a German pressing. This one is. Because to try to find the UK original of this thing, I have never been able to find one on eBay ever. They just don't exist. So, write that down for new music.
Hell yeah.
The name of the band is the Sensational Alex Harvey Band, and the name of the record is Framed.
Oh yeah.
Mike, you're absolutely gonna love this record. It's one of my favorites.
Hell yeah.
1972, because I'm stuck in a rut of the old timey stuff.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
About hair and things.
I don't know that.
Dennis Coffee Trio.
Oh, Dennis Coffee. Now I love some Dennis Coffee.
Where's my Dennis Coffee Trio? Right here. My fingers. Oh, I gotta go backward. Yeah, see, Dennis Coffee Trio.
Dude, I've never heard this.
It's really good.
Actually, you
Good
know
guitars and good stuff.
how I discovered Dennis Coffee is in my mom's original box of 45s. She had a 45 of Scorpio in there. And I put it on like when I first started collecting records, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Whoa! What is this?" And then I ran across some other ones when I started finding records in Goodwills and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, Dennis Coffee! Like that's exactly where we want to be right here."
How about some Just a Poke Sweet Smoke?
Nice. That cover's fantastic.
And it's got a lot of sitar music, you know, that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
A sweet smoke kind of gives it away, kind of.
Yeah.
Really good record. In my record collection right now, if I don't love the record, if it's not a fantastic record, I don't have enough room to keep everything. I'm not like some people want to own every record. No, I just want to own the ones I love.
I'm very envious of that. There's a bunch of what I call the baloney stack. I've got a huge baloney stack in my collection that it's tough for me to get rid of stuff, but I need to just take some shit and get rid of it.
This is your stuff right here, buddy.
Oh, wow. That looks phenomenal.
It's another one of those, it was on the Janus label.
Uh-huh.
But this is a reissue here. They didn't make that many to start with, but another really killer record. Africa, Demon Fuzz.
Awesome.
And I just got this the other day. It's another old Swirl record called Legend. And this is a self-titled record, but it's known as the Red Boot. This is what they call this record. They call it Red Boot. And it's a Swirl, but this is a reissue that they just came out with from Abbey Road Studio. But another when you need to write these down and you need some new music, this is going to be, you're going to like this one too, Mikey.
Oh yeah.
It's more of a this is more of a bluesy kind of old rocky record right here.
Okay.
As all these things are different. So, you know, buyer beware. You got your, your cell phone. Go on there and listen to them. Go on YouTube here, listen to the records, see what you think, kids. And these are some of records that I really think are really good.
That's awesome.
I wanted to share that with y'all.
Oh yeah, man. Why, dude? Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like a lot of stuff out there that like that's kind of all sort of in my wheelhouse, but it's all stuff I didn't know about.
Wow. Yeah, cool.
That's perfect. That's exactly perfect.
I got another one here too. This is one of my favorite records. The Cowboy Junkies. You know them?
Yeah, I know Cowboy Junkies, yeah.
How about this one? This is Black Eyed Man. And the cool thing about this one is it's come from the 1990s, this record. So you know how rare those jokers are.
Oh, yeah. 90s records are always crazy to find.
This is like one of those unobtainium type of things.
Not been reissued or anything like that?
I don't know. I haven't ever seen a reissue of it. And this one was made in Germany. It never came out, and I don't think you ever got issued in the States. I bought it in Atlanta years ago. There's a song on here called Murder in the Trailer Park.
That hits a little too close to home. I don't know if I...
No, it's phenomenal. So write that down. You got to listen to that song. And the guitar work on the song is just phenomenal. And her singing is great. And don't worry about the song title. It's not, it's not that crazy. But yeah, what a great song.
That's awesome.
It is really awesome.
That's incredible. Let me see. I threw the link out. Let me make sure nobody else is in here. All right. Cool. We can keep bobbing.
Yeah, I'm good. I got to get me see that I got one of those round balls in there for my ice cube.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's damn it. I made it freeze. I think every time I keep clicking over it keeps okay. Yeah, I keep making it freeze. Every time I click over it, I make it freeze. No? Where's it at? Good here. There we go.
All right.
It's so
We're
temperamental,
back,
dude. Getting OBS and StreamYard to work together is like, it's like the Hatfields and McCoys, I'm telling you. But if anybody wants to jump in the chat, if anybody wants to jump up on here, I posted that link earlier.
I've been on vacation for about a month. That's why I haven't been on your show or anything. I haven't been really. You haven't seen me around for a while. I've been on vacation. I've been and went to Canada to see my mother.
Oh, nice.
And so we got back here a couple of days ago. So I got up this morning and I'm looking on my TV and I see, well, Rachel's on there and there's a bunch of folks that like to talk about records on there. So I figured, well, I'll go over there and say hello to Rachel and see hello to the guys. And of course, we're talking about, you know, the MoFi and the different things that are going on. All of a sudden, I don't know, somebody makes a comment in there and Mazzy goes off about abortion and transgender and all this. Disco was against gay people, and I'm like, you know, come on, folks. Why do we have to get into all this bullshit? Let's talk about music and records. But no.
Yeah.
Shake my head. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we're not going to do that here. We're going to have a drink and talk about music and
no,
shit.
That's not what we do here. But it is fun. I will say it's fun that there's a place where I was a little like suspect at first about other streams on the net and in the VC and stuff, but now I understand the importance of having a here in the South we have Hardee's. You know Hardee's. And
I live in Georgia. I'm in South Georgia, bro.
Yeah, a lot of there's a Hardee's where a lot of old guys gather.
You live up north. You're one of them Yankees up there in Carolina. I'm down south.
You know, hey, look, I showed. You see this record I showed earlier?
No, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Gene Rayburn game.
The match game, yeah, I know. Yeah, Gene Rayburn, right.
But he did a song called, Scotty sent this to me, called Way Up in North Carolina. And the song says, talking about going up and seeing the Yankees and Yankees this, Yankees that. And he's like, well, the furthest furthest north I ever go is North Carolina.
Right,
But no, it's funny. Like, I just like here in the South, a lot of, especially back when I was younger, the old Hardee's here and the breakfast time in the morning, all the old guys in the town would get together and drink their coffee and read their newspapers and talk about everything about the world in the Hardee's. And I do love that they're like Rachel's stream is a perfect place for that for me. And I don't mean this pejoratively, but it's like it's a Hardee's. It's a place for everybody to get together and kind of spill out their guts about everything that's going on. And like, I know you from this channel, you know that guy from the other channel, and this guy knows me from the other channel, and we all kind of everybody's in this one place. There's some metal guys in there, there's punk guys, and then there's the super intellectual guys that I mute because I don't.
There's not too many of those guys.
I mean, I don't want to. I ain't waking up in the morning to feel stupid about nothing. You're gonna get muted. But
any intellectual type of anything on YouTube here, that's for
sure. But no, it's funny that to me it's always felt like it's a Hardee's. For me, it's a Hardee's, the breakfast Hardee's where everybody gets together. And did you see in the paper this morning? They said they're going to raise the taxes up to 5% next year, and then everybody starts, the bitching about it.
Mike, I wish it was like that because I was in a couple of on the way. That was like in the middle of Georgia. There's a part of 411 because I'm trying to stay off the interstates coming south from my daughter lives up in North Georgia, and she came with us, so we dropped her off, and we try to stay away from Atlanta, so we kind of go around that and stay on the 4-lane highways. But anyway, right about in the middle, there's a couple of there's like 3 antique stores in there. And one of the ones I went into, there's the big old boy, 3-4 sitting around the table. They're talking about all the stuff going on. So I get on there, hey, what about, this damn Biden? And we're just having a good old time talking about all that stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I wish Rachel's show was more like that. I really do. It would be a lot more fun.
But I love that it's a place that, people in the VC that maybe wouldn't a lot of those people I wouldn't maybe run into otherwise.
Never.
It's
No,
not-
you're right.
I've got my own, we all have our own VC circles we run with, and, good, bad, or otherwise. That's why we stay within our own little crew, but I maybe wouldn't have met a lot of people if it wasn't for places like that where you can kind of branch out. And at times I'm like, all right.
Exactly.
I'm
right.
good on that, but like other times I'm like, yo, I feel like we're high five. I feel like we're kindred spirits, like
Right.
meeting somebody across the table, so to speak. So it's worth its time or whatnot. Oh,
Are you touching that mouse again, Mikey?
yeah, I'm all moused up.
You can hear me though, right?
Oh yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a meme I saw on the internet. It's a guy says, "Remind me not to drink and go talk about politics." And then you see his car. It says in spray paint, "Go back to California."
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful about where you live and what kind of politics you want to talk about in the bar.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, well, it kind of helped me because actually I've signed I literally had to sign a piece of paper that said I won't publicly talk about politics. Or
You had to.
yeah, like in like working in media, like I can't, because if I was to get on Facebook and be like, well, I tell you what's wrong with Obama's blah 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 blah, like I can actually get suspended for work because it says like, oh, I work at this TV station, and they're like, oh, well, of course this guy's going to say that because he works for the liberal media or whatever, and it's
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But they say like,
anyway, they don't want any they don't want any complications from you.
No, not at all. And it's typically made for people that are on the air. It's kind of made for that, but at the same time, like you can't,
I feel like I should be wearing sunglasses. I don't know why.
It's bright in here. I do have lights in here, and that's people's like, oh, I know why I know why you're wearing sunglasses, and I'm like, no, it's not that. It's not that.
No, he's just cool. He's just a cool guy, and those kind of people wear sunglasses. We were up at the. My wife was getting her eyes checked the other day, and they had a picture where a lady was wearing sunglasses, and if you turned it, they went clear, and then they went back to sunglasses. And so I could see what she looked like without sunglasses, and then with, and she looked a lot cooler wearing sunglasses than she did without the sunglasses.
I can see that, 100%.
I said, she looked so cool, and then I turned it and it went clear, and I said, she's not really that cool of a person. And then I turned it back and, oh yeah, she's cool.
Huh? Captured it. Oh.
What does that mean, Mike? I'm not on the screen anymore?
I mean, I can still hear you, just your picture kind of went away.
All right.
Van says to use Kermit. I can use Kermit to sit in. I do have a Kermit puppet over here I could use.
Oh, Kermit. Yeah. I remember Kermit sitting on top of that.
Yeah.
It'd probably look better than my old mug up there.
Ah. So weird. This shit gets so weird. It's like temperamental. It's like dating a feisty woman. You say the wrong thing, next thing you know, you're like, shit.
Is there any other kind of woman? Have you know any other kind?
Not in my experience.
No. Maybe when you're dating. When you're dating, they're a little different, Mikey. You know how that is. And then you marry them, they turn into exactly what you just said.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening.
They're all lovey-dovey when you're dating them.
Yeah. shit, dude. May have to drop off of this stuff. I don't know what's going on here. Hey, did you know? Were you familiar with Bill from Michigan Record Club?
I don't know the gentleman, but it rings a bell. It's not like I don't know of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't capture this for whatever reason, dude. I'm gonna have to jump off of here for whatever reason.
All right.
I hate it.
Thanks
dude.
for having me tonight. It's been great.
Dude, absolutely. Thanks for joining us, man, and chiming in. This has been good conversation. Absolutely.
Well, thanks very much. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot, and I got to go mix another drink anyway, so I'll go watch it on the other side on the big screen.
Hell yeah, man! I'll keep farting around with this to see if I can figure it out. If somebody comes back up, jump back on if you want, man.
All right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. The big burly bro and the man who won the marbles tonight.
Oh wait, here we go. Okay.
Fred.
Yeah,
hey,
Fred.
Fred, all the guys out there. Have fun, buddy. And thanks for it.
I got you back now.
You got me back?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want me to hang around or leave? I can do either one.
If anybody else is backstage, let me know in the chat right now, because if I click over, it's going to fuck it up. Oh.
You know who that is?
It looks like Macca.
That's Macca. That's Van Dolen.
Yeah. So for the tribute for Bill was
okay.
Show 5 psych records, and so I pulled 5 psych records. One of the first times that the word psychedelic was ever used on a record ever was Blues Magoo's Psychedelic Lollipop.
Love that record. What a great record. Yeah.
Fantastic record. And I think maybe for Bill, it was maybe, I'm speaking out of school here, but a little bit more poppy than probably what he likes.
Right.
But this is a fantastic record, and I may be speaking completely out of my ass here. But I love this record, and this was I picked this up at a local shop.
Is that incense and peppermints? What's on there?
It's sometimes I think about it. We ain't got nothing yet. Love seems doomed. Worried life blues. Queen of my night. She's coming home. Gotta get away.
Yeah.
Tobacco Road.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Down here, I'll go crazy and One by One.
Hey, have you seen? And they do it on some of these reaction videos. Tobacco Road by Johnny Winter and Edgar Winter. Have you seen that on YouTube?
Yeah.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
If anybody has not seen that, they need to write that down. And that's another experience. It's like going to Niagara Falls, watching that video. You got to do it.
Hell yeah. So I knocked out a couple of kind of obvious, like down the middle things at first, but it's also one. I've got several records by this band, but kind of reminded me. It's a great example. Quicksilver Messenger Service.
Right.
And Happy Trails, which
that's what I got. That same one. Yeah, I love that one.
A lot of the live track. The first side is a Bo Diddley opus where they bring. It's funny because they call it the Who Do You Love, like suite. So it's Who Do You Love, When Do You Love, Where Do You Love, How Do You Love, Which Do You Love, Who Do You Love, and a lot of this is live at the Fillmore. And,
right.
But I think it's a good example of some of that like harder psychedelic stuff that just kind of like goes off on a tangent, captures that like moment of time. Side 2 is more of the originals: Mona, Maiden of the Cancer Moon, Calvary, and Happy Trails. But
that's my favorite Quicksilver record. That one.
Yeah, I think it's mine too. And those live tracks, I think it's something about that just really. It seems heavier and not just in terms of musical tone, but like heavier in just terms of the way the record is made.
And I love the cover too. One of the better record covers.
it's psyche, but it's I don't know, man. It's heavy in its own way, and I just love that. And as I'm thinking, it's like, let me go 5 psychedelic records. You could have pulled anything in the fucking sun, but I was trying not to pull the most obvious down the middle.
Right,
Stuff,
exactly.
and even on purpose, I left out Blue Cheer because I know Bill
Right.
loved the heavier psych stuff, but we play Blue Cheer on this show all the time. We talk about Blue Cheer all the time. So
One of the best, right?
yeah, and it's for good reason. But
Yeah.
this is another one of those. I played this and talk about it a lot on the show, but it's also one that a lot of people don't have in their collection. And Hofat.
I don't know that one now. That's a new one.
Hofat is fantastic, and this is Hofat 2, the second record, which in like a lot of bands from back in the time, came out probably less than a year from Tofat 1. I mean, they were cranking.
Tofat. I
Yeah.
gotta write it down, people.
Oh, it's heavy blues psych stuff.
That's what I love.
You'll
Heavy
love
blues, psych, prog kind of stuff. Yeah, it's great. I
Love
it.
this record, dude. 100%.
Okay, I'm gonna get a pen and paper to write it down.
Yeah. And the cool thing about this is, or sort of cool, I had a spiritual conundrum about this record.
Wow.
Is that I was at a place that we've all been to, these like kind of antique mall kind of places where they've
Right.
got like Elvis records. Oh, it's Elvis? Well, then it's fucking $50. And you know, it's one of those places. And like I saw this, like they had some cool stuff like that. There's a Wasp record that was banned. There's a banned Wasp record, and I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
But
I don't either.
But they had like $80 on it, and I'm like, that may be. I'm sure that's a rarer record, but I don't know if it's that rare. Or like some of the, like, there was some Zeppelin stuff in there, but it was like third pressing Scottish jacket, like
Very,
stupid stuff, like $40. And I'm like, yeah, I've got Led Zeppelin 4 already. I don't know that this is a $40 record. Like, what makes this 40? Some of that was dumb. But I ran across this, and the cover intrigued me. I told
can't
Steve.
see it where I'm at.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the secondary cover.
Well, that's Tofat too. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And
It's Toll, T-O-L, right?
no, TOE.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah,
it looks like an L.
Toe. And
Yeah, okay, I see it now.
I was like, well, that looks like something. I told Steve, I was like, well, this looks like something. And then when
I love the cover. Yeah, it looks like something. How much?
And then when I looked at it, pulled it out, it's on the Rare Earth label.
Wow, yeah.
I was like, okay, I like the Rare Earth label, and but they had everything
I
like
see that every day.
they have everything like coded. They got these little stickers on them, and when I looked at the sticker says Three Dog Night Golden Biscuits, $8. $8.
Why's it got to do with Three Dog Night Golden Biscuit?
Well, I guess they mislabeled it. So my conundrum was, these are guys that had $8 or $9. This is a prime example. They had $8 or $9 on Herb Albert's whipped cream and other delights.
They did, yeah.
Right?
On sale.
On sale. Yeah, right. So they fuck up and put $8 on this record. Do I go up and say, like, oh, I think you guys...
No, but you don't do that. They got to know their own shit.
Right. I think a couple of the guys in this area, the record store owners, who I want to succeed, and I consider friends, I may have been like, hey, man, I think you maybe missed this, dude. Like, you can get $50-$60 for this record.
I don't know about that.
Because I don't want them to lose money. I really don't. Because 5 years from now, I want them to still fucking be here.
I understand that, yeah.
But this place, I was like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
all due respect, but fuck off. And so I went up there and I was like, well, how much is this? And she, boop, and it was like, oh, it's $8, and I'm like, okay, well, it's worth a lot more than $8. But Toe Fat, it's a British heavy blues psych kind of band, and to me, it just kind of screamed like the kind of stuff that Bill would have really liked.
No, that Rare Earth label, that's a U.S. label, is it not?
I think so. Rare Earth was Motown, right? It was Motown's answer to doing like heavier rock stuff. Is that right?
Might have been, yeah.
I think
there
was
a band, Rare Earth.
Yeah, I think it was their answer to like, we want to tap into the white market, essentially. I think that's where Rare Earth came from. Be sure to correct me.
Toe Fat, I love it.
Actually, on stream earlier, but the reissue, but known as one of the most expensive records to track down of all time. Leaf Hounds, Growers of Mushrooms.
Yeah, okay, that's been reissued, of course.
Yeah, this is a reissue, and it's a weirdo. Let me put my readers on. It's a weird. It was a $20 reissue. That sounds fantastic.
That's all. You know what? I'm into the reissues of that kind of stuff. I don't have the time to spend $400 or $200 on a record like that when I can get the reissue, and maybe it doesn't have the fidelity, blah blah blah. But
yeah, and this is known as, especially with something like this, which is known as one of the hardest records to find. Like if you find an OG of this, then you're paying buku dollars. This is like
I think it was originally a swirl. That was, I'm pretty sure.
This is like a Czech Republic or something like weird like that. It's
that's weird. Yeah, that is weird.
But my local record shop had a brand new reissue for $20, and I'm like, I know this record.
So have you listened to the Leaf Hound record? Do you like it?
Absolutely, fantastic.
Okay,
like literally 70s hard and heavy psychedelic tinge to it. It's about as good as it. That's about as good as it gets.
That's driving down Main Street, Mikey, right? Bananas, right there.
Absolutely. And actually, when I heard Bill pass today, and I know he's a hard and heavy psych guy, I posted on our Discord. I posted a "Sad Road to the Sea."
Okay.
I mean, which is a track on here, and it's just I felt that kind of good stuff. The last record, it's something I've had for a long time, and I've not played it a bunch on the show for no other reason. I don't know why, but it's a pretty rare record. So I kind of went from kind of down the middle to kind of rare. It's a band called Quill on Cotillion.
Let me see the record.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't know that record either. It looks really cool though. It looks really cool.
This is the only record these guys put out, and they actually performed at Woodstock.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and I didn't realize it was a gatefold.
Well, there you go. Very nice. Quill. I never heard of them.
We consider
played at Woodstock.
Bosstown Psych, so they're like a Massachusetts band, and it's like one of those inner It's a fantastic psych thing going on here, and
Cotillion. Yeah, I see the label. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Every time I see that, that's what I think.
Too. Yeah, me too. But they kind of got overlooked, and they only released this one record. And I forgot to mention the guys from Toe Fat. Two of the guys went on to do like Jethro Tull and Uriah Heep. So there's a connection.
No
there.
way.
Yeah.
Wow, no wonder they're so great.
Yeah, I forgot to mention.
Cool.
But Quill.
I love Uriah Heep and Jethro Tull. Yeah, two great bands that I like.
This one is the only record these guys released, and then they kind of just faded away. This record, I think mine is like cracked, but it plays right the fuck through it. Like, I mean, there's no bump in the record. There's no nothing.
Hey, Mikey, that sounds just like you.
It just plays. I mean,
cracked, but it plays right through, like it ain't even cracked.
Boom.
That's right.
It just plays. And this was like $1. I mean, I didn't like something I found like crazy, like in a thrift store or something, you know. And I just bought it because of the cover, and I'm like, oh, this looks like something.
Yeah, it's cool.
Then when I looked it up, and I'm like, well, it is something. And I've never seen anybody talk about this or play this record
Never heard
or
of
mention
it. No, I
it or
have
whatever.
not.
It's a self-titled
Very cool.
Quill, Quill. Really good and really worth playing, 100%.
Very cool.
But that's what I had for Dig of the Week, 100%.
I'm gonna check out some toe fat. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, toe fat's great. It's in that kind of blue cheer kind of vein, like hard and heavy with some blues and.
Right. Old school.
Hell yeah. All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna back this off of here, so I'm gonna take a piss and take a break. We'll come back and do a soda speak and chip chat.
Okay.
Ron, thank you so much for being with us, dude. This has been a lot of fun, man. I really appreciate it.
It's been a gas. I hope everybody's enjoyed it as much as I have. And bye for now.
Hell yeah, man. Oh shit, we got the Wizard of Video Games in here. Oh my lord.
Hello.
Dude.
Welcome to me. I am the Wizard of Video Games, star of the late night retro game show starring the Wizard of Video Games. How's my audio coming through?
Oh, it sounds like butter. Absolute butter.
Yeah, speaking of butts, no, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but how's it going?
I mean, fair to middling.
Just like my butt. Do you guys like record albums?
I like record albums.
Would you like to see some digs of
Yeah.
the weekend and perhaps a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
I picked up this classic over the weekend at a place called Half Price Books, and you know, what can you say about it, really? It's like,
Oh yeah. Austin action? About as good as it gets.
yeah, it's more than a feeling. All the classic Boston classic rock hits all on one disc.
If you have that Boston record, that's all the Boston you need.
Yeah,
Really.
I tend to agree. I think so. So a couple of weeks ago, so that was just this weekend, but a couple of weeks ago, I went on a little soundtrack. I was about to say rant, but picked up a couple of, soiree. I like that. Is that German? Is that what that is?
I'm a learned man.
I like that. But I picked a couple of seminal soundtracks that,
Seminal.
Seminal? No. But these are very recognizable, and as you know, I'm new to the vinyl collecting thing, but I felt like I saw these and just couldn't pass them up, basically. So we got, of course, Prince's Purple Rain.
Oh yeah, dude. That's a score.
And it was $12.98, and including a poster, which I'll whip it out here if you don't mind. If it's not against terms of service, I'll go ahead and give a little preview of this. Oh man, it's hard. It's a big ass. Look at these gentlemen.
I've got
and
that, but I
ladies.
don't know that mine has the poster up. Yeah.
Do you have the poster? While Mike is digging for his poster, I'll show you guys the next one, which is like incredibly iconic. My wife put it on Amazon Prime streaming just the other day, and then I saw it in the store, and I said, well, I guess I have to pick this up. Well, at one point, I saw this at a Goodwill, and I was like, oh, I guess I have to pick this up. and took it up to the counter, paid for it, and then I was kind of like, it's kind of hype about it, even though it's not. I mean, when you see it, you're gonna be like, well, that's what that is, of course. But I was like pretty kind of excited and hyped about it because I'd never seen this in the wild before, and then walked out of there, didn't take a look inside the sleeve, and there was no record inside of it. And
I've done that. I've done it with tapes too. I've done it with tapes with the wrong tape.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there was one instance where I picked up. I think I mentioned this at one point in the chat, if you remember. Of course, 23 shows ago when I mentioned this in the chat about 100%. How I picked up. Yeah, I picked up the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack.
Oh yeah. And
inside was the Beverly Hills soundtrack, but also a bonus record, Miami Vice soundtrack, also inside. And I was like, wow, that's a bonus.
That's God smiling on you, my friend.
I know. It's like, that was a bit, when there was only one set of footprints on the sand, I was blessed with a Miami Vice soundtrack.
Hude Wave, Betty Save, Hude Wave.
Gesundheit. So anyway, the record in question was, Saturday Night Fever.
Nice.
Again, it's like in pretty good condition. $5. Why not? Throw it on. Have some night fever. And put on your boogie shoes and become more than a woman.
There's a it's definitely worth researching. There's an album called Saturday Night Hay Fever where it's like bluegrass covers of Saturday Night Fever.
Oh.
And there's a couple of tracks with a couple of friends of mine that in a little booth at the TV station I work at, I had the master recordings on mini disc, and I'm a mini disc fucking fanatic. I love mini disc, and I thought it was going to be the format. To me, that was like you ain't nothing unless you're like into mini disc, like the way records are now. I mean, I was a big mini disc guy. Anyway, I helped him mix down the mixes that they sent to the record label to put on the record, and he and his brothers, name's Ralph McGee and Rex McGee. Two of the best musicians I've ever heard. Mandolin player and a banjo player.
R&R.
Brothers at foothills of North Carolina, which is where bluegrass is. And there's a couple of tracks that they did. I think they did the theme. They're the ones that do the theme. Yeah, they did that on mandolin and banjo, I believe. What's up, worst liar ever? I've not been paying attention to chat. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's
a little raid coming in? The activity feed.
Oh yeah, it was worst liar ever rating.
Worst liar ever coming in with a raid of 10 viewers. Dude, thanks a lot, homie.
No crap. Now the pressure's on. Jesus.
Don't fuck it up, Wizard.
Oh God, I'm sweating now.
For chance, don't fuck this up.
Okay, well, how about if I do?
I'm trying to get partnered
How about if I do
here.
this?
Partnered. Tyron.
So let's see. Second to last of the soundtracks. Again, popular music. I was a radio guy. Although I didn't get introduced to this band, if you want to call it a band. Once you see it, you'll understand that. But I don't know if we want to get into it, but it was like following my parents' divorce. It was my mom's boyfriend introduced me to this band. There was and I had seen them, and obviously I had heard of them at some point, but and there's a movie and they started a movie, which was like obviously what the soundtrack is from, but they put out a lot of different other albums that were like completely unknown to me, and that's well, I'll just go ahead and show you.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
It's the Blues Brothers.
Oh yeah, nice. Dude, do you know I watched the Blues Brothers movie for the first time like 6 months ago. No cap.
Wow.
First time ever. And I'm an 80s movie, like, I mean, it's not a 1980 or late 70s, early 80s. Blues Brothers come out. I don't know, but like
I believe it's 81 maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that somebody like
on the cusp.
Somebody like me, you'd be like, no, come on, you've never seen that, and
that's exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, but I saw it, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Everybody's like, yes, retard. It's fun. What? It's the Blues Brothers. Of course it is. I never doubted. I just, for whatever reason, I think it's because the same reason. Let's get weird for a second. The same reason I don't like MASH, and I didn't like China Beach. It's because that's a weird example, but like I don't like
that is Dana Delaney though.
Oh yeah, I don't like serious and funny mixed together. And to me, the Blues Brothers mixed like blues music and like I loved that whole culture and everything, but especially like Chicago blues music. I was a big, even as a kid, I was very. And to me, like a comedy revolving around that, I'm like, I don't know, man. That ain't a comedy. Like, just like the Korean War, that ain't a comedy. Like, I don't know. My brain cuts it off.
Yeah, but
it's good. It's fantastic.
No, the movie is great, and it's what kind of got me into the blues because of that. It's because, you know, you got a Ghostbuster and the guy from what the heck's the movie where he busted out the cream cheese? No,
Animal House.
Animal House. Yeah, it's like the guy from Animal House and a Ghostbuster showing up in a movie, getting blown up by Princess Leia. And so, yeah, it was perfect, and it got me into their. So then I started checking out all their different albums that they've had, yeah.
Okay,
got me on the blues road.
Here's a question. I wouldn't ask this if anybody else would come up here probably, but if you had to pick between the Ghostbusters and the real Ghostbuster, cartoon-wise, Ghostbusters or the real Ghostbuster?
Oh, sorry. So you're saying the Ghostbusters cartoon, the Filmation Ghostbusters, with the ape,
and Belfry the bat had the Belfry blast, scream, and that was like his superpower.
Yeah. Oh man, this is how do I choose? It's like you're asking, like, could you what if I was to ask of you, Mask or G.I. Joe?
Woo! That's 1 and 2 right there. And actually,
exactly.
Every Saturday morning, I kind of alternate between those two. Because that's the first after record night. And if anybody that's ever come over and like been on the show and stayed and woke up and like had coffee the next morning, very first thing, it's Mask or G.I. Joe. Which one do you want to watch right now? It's funny because the first time when the fiance and her kid moved in, and then it was like a Friday, and then we woke up and it was a Saturday, and I'm like, oh wait, there's women in the house, and I was like, it was my gesture of like, ta-da. And so you know what I played? Jim. Because I was like, hey, I always watch cartoons when I get up on Saturdays, but I won't watch G.I. Joe today. I'll watch Jim because girls.
Because you want to live forever.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm still pissed off. How was there nobody in that crew that, the bad people's names were the Misfits? That nobody said, No, there's actually a band called the Misfits, and you guys don't do that.
I mean,
Famous band, don't do that. They did it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they had to have been thinking about it. It's like, when Jabberjaw came around, nobody was like, oh, have you heard of Jaws?
Yeah, but actually, I like to think there was like a stoner on the crew. It was like, hey, we're gonna call them Misfits, and he was like, yeah, call them the fucking Misfits. Do that. Fucking losers, do that.
I mean, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's a good point. I mean, I'm sure that the 8-year-olds around the world were on Saturday morning were tuning in and talking about, oh my God, the Misfits are going to play against Jim. I love the Misfits, and then it's like a bunch of girls showed up and they were crestfallen.
But I think my hot take was I think I like Ghostbusters better than I like the real Ghostbuster. The non-Ghostbusters one with the bat and the fucking ape and all that shit.
Exactly.
I kind of like that better.
And
cartoon-wise, I like that better.
Although I respect Ghostbusters, the filmation, just being such a fan of the movie Ghostbusters and everything, it's hard to say no to the real Ghostbusters. And yeah, there's so many. Arsenio Hall starring in as Winston. We have oh shoot, now I forgot his name, but the guy who did the voice of Peter Venkman also did the voice of Garfield.
Oh, Reginald Denny. No, wait, that's somebody else.
no, that's I think that's the guy who invented the Moon River Miami, right?
No, he got pulled out of a truck and got beat up. Riots in L.A.
Oh, okay. It was so there was an episode of the real Ghostbusters where Peter Venkman gets pulled out of the Ecto-1 and beat up by Slimer. And the voice of Peter Venkman on the real Ghostbusters, same as the voice of Garfield from Garfield and Friends and the cartoon. Subsequently, Bill Murray plays the voice of Garfield in the Garfield movies, and so that type of synergy, I can't deny that.
Dude, but Garfield and Friends.
Exactly.
Look, the star is U.S. Acres, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
U.S. Acres is such a great cartoon. That made me want to pee. Think about it.
Oh, but before you pee, the final soundtrack that I have here, which is it's a weird one, and I not that I was looking for this, but I saw this and I was like, well, I'll just show it to you.
I'm gonna guess it's Flashdance.
Close. It is a 4-letter word. Came out in the 1984. Recently remade by Denis Villeneuve for the film aficionados out there.
Oh, Fame?
Close. Very close.
Scotty said.
It's Dune.
Oh, Dune. Okay. Wow, that's a good find, man. That's all score, right? There's nothing on that but score, right?
Correct.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that should be for a film like that. That's got to be fucking 4-7.
Toto and Brian Eno collaborating for the David Lynch version of Dune, which in the wake of the remake has been like, it's talked about as being a terrible movie, but I've always loved David Lynch's Dune, and I prefer it to the new Dune that's since come out.
I mean, considering like right over here, you can't see, but literally right there, I have an eraser head right there. David Lynch is one of the, I've mentioned those. That's one of the, there's like 4 or 5 reasons I went to film school. He's one of them. Tarantino, Scorsese, Kevin Smith, David Lynch. That's the reason I went from meteorology school to film school. That and I got kicked out for failing calculus too many times. But that's irrelevant. I love film. I have passion for it.
That's what I love about Green Man Record Night. It's all about passion.
Passion. This is the passion pit right here.
This is the most passionate stream on Twitch right now.
It's a passion pit that you literally can't get the fuck out of.
Yeah.
There's no stepstone.
Unless you have to pee, which I mean, so we're gonna cast a spell and head off into the sunset, or maybe I should say head off into my mug of whiskey.
Oh, look at that! Show that mug off, folks. Mods, can I get an exclamation point merch? Thank you very much.
Pick yourself up your own Grand Man Record Night whiskey flask, and pour one out for Mikey's pee, I guess.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd fill one of those mugs up.
God. Oh man, that makes me want to take a sip of it.
What are you drinking?
I can show that off too. Got a little Evan Williams, 1783, small batch.
Like that. Yep. Some of that higher end Evan Williams. Good bourbon. The bottled in bond comes in the white label is very good, and well as the one that you.
I haven't tried that one. I like the black label more than the green, but
sure.
Yeah.
There's one in a white label, looks like a generic label, but it says bottled in bond. It has its own definitions. You have something specific you have to be able to say to call it bottled in bond. But that one's good as well.
Bottled in bondage sounds like my whiskey. Yep.
Hell yeah. All right, duder.
All right. Once again, throw out the 3-2 if you're magical out there. And sorry. No, I got it backwards. Throw out the 3-2 if you're magical. Wizard of Video Games signing off.
Hell yeah. Yo. The Wiz. The Wiz is also on Twitch, folks. Look up the Wizard of Video Games. I wish I had a link to post in the chat. I would right now. Also a Twitch streamer, streams retro games over on Twitch, as do we. We're stretching this out. I know. Get a grip, everybody. No, look, I know. Look, hey, look, I know. No. It's my show, and I know. Look, right? I do have to pee real bad. I'll do the commercials. I'll go into a little. Okay. So to speak, chip chat still coming up. Unless somebody else wants to come up. Nobody wants to play. That's fine. I hate you guys too. Nothing. One. Fucking one. Telling me nothing.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a Grown Man Record Night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Man Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, avoid prohibited by law. See Twitch broadcaster for complete details.
Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
Remember, it's your body and no one should touch you in a way that you feel is wrong.
I'll get anybody who tries it.
It's not that easy, Orko. It's hard for a young person to admit that he or she has been touched in a bad way.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor, or your minister or rabbi.
Right, Orko?
Right on!
I didn't use my antiperspirant yesterday, and I may not today because I feel really dry, even though I perspire heavily. The reason, Mitchum, a spray powerful enough for problem perspiration. With Mitchum, I can even skip a day and remain dry. You can feel the power of its exclusive spray, yet Mitchum is buffered to be mild. Mitchum, in scented or unscented spray, and in cream, liquid, or stick. Mitchum, for problem perspiration.
For bill consolidation, home improvement, refinancing, or any purpose.
We had too many bills piled up. We needed a home equity loan, but we're turning it down everywhere.
Glenn saw the ad on TV and called immediately. Mr. Cash quickly paid off all our debts and gave us one low monthly payment. Mr. Cash is good people.
We applied at a bank for a home improvement loan, but they turned us down, said we didn't have enough equity in our house. That's when we called Mr. Cash. He approved our loan, gave us all the money we needed at a low interest rate.
I'm single and on a fixed income. A situation arose where I need a large sum of money in a hurry with a low, affordable payment. I called Mr. Cash, and Mr. Cash came through for me. Thanks, Mr. Cash.
Considering a home equity loan? Call now, 1-800-444-CASH. That's 1-800-444-2274. Homeowners only. Call 1-800-444-CASH. Call now and ask for Mr. Cash.
Huh? Right up there.
Okay, just come on. You know...
No, heck no. Howard.
Howard, don't knock it over.
There's a car back.
I can't even get out there.
Go on.
You might fall down on you. And lock it.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Look, look, look. Look. There you go, bud. Yeah, I might go up in it with the elevator. But they ain't
I'm going up there.
Howard, come on.
I'm going to do that. Stop there. How do you get that far?
Huh?
How do you get that far? Camel! A camel! Look, they do catch us. Come on, let's get this. Electric circus.
Get up there and sit on that thing. Games in there.
Games.
Yeah, you know, video type game stuff. Get up there, Howard. So damn bad. It's gonna slip off on the other side. Okay, let's do it.
Like any other hobby, Jared. I'm just saying, don't exclusively look for Black Diamond Disney. They're fine, but like, really, it's about low run, low print, hard to find, rare horror movies, specifically action movies. You don't want cut boxes. Actual cases, not cut boxes. Where it's a big clam, but they have cut the case, you don't want cut boxes. You're a collector. It's just like records. A Howard video, south of the border video. Howie video. So everybody says looks like me. Fat fuck kid. We're running after commercials. Back on. Hey everybody. Betamax only. How about The Day of the Dolphin starring George C. Scott? Beta cassette. And even saying. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It's we into the hours now. Let's be honest. You guys don't have anything else. Pretty obvious. Getting a little so to speak, right?
So to speak.
I always feel like I jump into that animation, middle of it, because I can't hear it. I don't have a monitor for that animation. My earpiece. So, you guys know, I get from a Goodwill outlet about like it's a sealed beta. I paid a quarter for it. Maybe I should put a fishing hat on for that. Say something. Nickels worth of free advice. You want to take a kid out fishing? You know what to do? You don't know nothing? Get you a Zoom trick worm on a hook with a little weight. Widest line you can get away with. Throw it close to the bank. Back with a little finesse. Get a young and a fish. 100%. You guys know I've been on a little bit on the low carb kick, even more hardcore here lately. On weekends, I always am a low carb guy during the week. I'm never a cat that's going to run out to Burger King on a fucking Tuesday at 12:30 and get a couple of Whoppers. I'm a salad, grilled chicken kind of guy during the week. But I have learned my lesson in the fact that I was coming in here on the weekends and just like land blasting some shit. And you can undo some shit you've done for a whole week just by land blasting on a Friday, Saturday. Anyway, so I've been kind of hardcore. And even for so to speak and chip chat, I don't want to come in here and just straight out of pocket. And I don't want to start dogging a bunch of sugary sodas and stuff. And I found it to be a prime opportunity. I've been using this for a mixer. Originally it was a soda we did on the show. And then I used it as a mixer. Barrett's sugar-free ginger beer. It's a Caribbean thing. One of the best sodas I've ever had in my life, 100%. And so they sell them in 4-packs, and they're pretty expensive. And they're great mixers, and they're great by themselves. But I bought this last week. I actually killed one because I wanted to have something to supplement. They were on sale like for 99 cents. I wanted to supplement my ginger beer with a ale. Also, 0 sugar. So I didn't want to do. So it's a Schweppes. You guys know Schweppes. They've been around for fucking ever. Fucking poured the concrete of this motherfucker, right? Schweppes 0 sugar ginger ale. Solid. I'm like, I don't think we've ever done this on the show, which, so to speak, is not necessarily about whether or not we have or have not done it before on the show. Just kind of what we're vibing on that night. Like a couple of weeks ago, we've done this on the show years ago, but that night, that's just what I wanted to drink because go get your own show. That's why. Anyway, I'm a big ginger ale guy. 0 sugar shit. had Canada Dries. Diet Canada Dry is like, I mean, that's gold standard in my opinion, and there's some other ones. So anyway, got a nice color, nice straw colored, standard ginger ale color. Check it out. I mean, I already know what it's going to be, but I'm just going to tell you. Schweppes Zero Sugar Ginger Ale is by far worst fucking over-the-counter, normal, pedantic ginger ale product you can find. It's like sparkling water. There is literally nothing to this. There's not the slightest bit of ginger to this at all. There's no sweetness and there's no ginger, which just leaves it to nothing. Normally, that's a positive in my opinion, because most sodas and things we do here on the show are generally way too sweet for my palate. This is like nothing. It's absent of literally everything. It's not a good soda. I've been blown away by how poor this is, because it ticks all the boxes for me. The good name, Schweppes, makes some good stuff. They've been making ginger ales for fucking ever. Everybody's had a Schweppes ginger ale. And it's that, plus it's a kind of a zero sugar thing. Boom. Perfect example. Originally, before I even tried it, I mixed a drink. So I did some vodka with it. And I was like, man, this isn't good. I fucked up like mixing this. Like I made a bad mix, right? Which happens. You know, sometimes you mix it up. I mean, it's too much liquor or like, I don't know, ice or what. It just wasn't right. And then the next time I came back, I just hit it with like just straight up ginger ale. And I'm like, I don't like this. This doesn't taste good to me as a human being, man. I don't like it. I don't like it now. Vance, you make a good point. Got a phone number? Or maybe I tell him I know it's fucking bright and early Monday morning, but I'm already in your building. Got here. Hey Google, what's my PSA score? Hey Google, what's my PSA score?
0. General PSA test result. 0 to 2.5 nanograms per milliliter is considered safe. 2.6 to 4 nanogram per milliliter is safe in most men, but talk about other risk factors. 0 to 10.0 nanogram. Suspicious and might suggest the possibility of prostate cancer.
Wait, what was I doing? Oh, I was calling the number. I do have a pretty hardcore.
May have changed. Calls are recorded for quality assurance. We're very excited to tell you about a special promotion for select callers. This will only take a moment. By answering just a few questions, we will find out if this offer is right for you. If you're interested in saving money on car insurance and want to hear about the best rates in the entire country, please press 1 and one of our representatives will assist. Thank you for your interest in car insurance. Please hold while we transfer your call to a car insurance representative who will provide you a quote on new car insurance. Please enter your 5-digit zip code now so we can connect you with the best local provider in your area. I fell up in here.
This is not going the way I thought it was
Thank
going
you
to
for
go.
calling your local Geico office. To get a quote on a new policy, press 1. To make a payment, press 2. For service on an existing policy, press 3.
This literally went to a Geico insurance office. I want to tell you how bad your fucking ginger ale sucks. What's the number for that? 1-8. Had to cut the noise gate off. Yeah, call that. Call it. Not happy. Congratulations. Now you're getting me pissed off.
Please press 1 for English.
Yeah, English. How about that one? Let's do that one. Let's try that one first. English, number 1.
Hello, and please listen carefully as our menu options may have changed.
Why don't you listen
Calls are
carefully?
recorded for quality assurance. We're very excited to tell you about a special promotion for select callers. This will only take a moment. By answering just a few questions, we will find out if this offer is right for you. If you're interested in saving money on car insurance and want to hear about the best rates in the entire country, please press 1 and one of our representatives will assist you. To save money on car insurance, press 1 now to speak with an insurance representative. For service-related calls, please hold. Otherwise, please press pound. If you're interested in saving money on car insurance and want to hear about the best rates in the entire country, please press 1 and one of our representatives will assist you. To save money on car insurance, press 1 now to speak with an insurance representative. Please have a pen ready to write down the new phone number to call back and hear exciting new offers from our select partners. The number to call is 800-9...
Wait, Scotty, you got a new number? Because, man, I was getting ready to light into them. Scotty's saying 1-800-696... 5891. Hell. I got to tell him that story probably.
Distributor of hot and cold beverages. If you'd like to speak with someone in English, please press 1.
Yeah, probably.
We're sorry that we can't take your call right now. Our office is currently closed. We're excited to talk to you soon. Our regular business hours are from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If your call is of an urgent nature and you require immediate assistance, please call 1-877-275-8063. You can also learn more about Keurig Dr. Pepper and all the products we offer by visiting KeurigDrPepper.com. For a complete list of nutritional facts, please visit KDPProductsFacts.com. Thanks again for calling Keurig Dr. Pepper.
Oh, they hung up on me. Keurig. That's actually Keurig. I just wanted one voicemail box. Fuck. Damn it. Now I'm pissed off. I just wanted one voicemail box to tell them about this. Number one, I wanted to tell them their soda sucks. And number two, I wanted to tell them I called this wrong number before. Or actually, it's a number on the bottle. And you guys are trying to sell me fucking insurance. And I'm kind of pissed off about it. I'm still kind of pissed off about it. I think I'll take a shot of liquor into this terrible soda. And maybe we'll eat a chip and then we'll try again. We can always call Jay. These are big facts. Schweppes, zero sugar? Sorry, kitty. Fresh. Look at this freshie. Brand new freshie. It's like pulling a baby right out of the womb. Look at that frosty shit right there. Oof. Lord have mercy. That'll make you pecker hard right there, I'll tell you what. I'll be honest with you. So for Chip Chat, there's a thing for that.
Potato chips, how my mom does dip. Potato chips, how my mom does dip.
Excesso calorious. Excesso.
There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying.
Those are thick. Pampas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso. Ah! Stings. Yeah, see, I know what we're doing. We're doing things. This has been saved up here. I hate to do this by myself, like without anybody here in the physical, because you love to suffer not alone. But this is from Hare's, which is a Pennsylvania company, if I remember correctly. I know I do. Nottingham, PA. The Hare's company. Let me read this on the back. So this is a Carolina Reaper cheese puff. One of my favorite snack delivery systems is the Puff. I will have you know. I think it's the best flavor delivery system. If you have a hardcore flavor you want to get out there, I say nay to the potato chip and yay to the Puff. I think the Puff is the greatest way, the way that it soaks up the flavor. It's making my mouth water. The way that soaks the flavor up into the Puff. I think it's a good way to get your name out there in terms of flavor. I'll read you what it has on the back here. When it comes to heat, it's off the chart. The Carolina Reaper, that's my nickname in college, currently the hottest pepper around. Oh, for fuck's sake. Boasting over 1,500,000 Scoville heat units, which is SHU in parentheses. It's a parenthetical statement. This mighty pepper sets the standard for hot. Harris has accepted this flavor challenge by combining the heat of the Carolina Reaper pepper with the savory goodness of one classic cheese curl to bring you the hottest snack item we've ever made. Oh, for fuck's sake. I guarantee you that hotheads will not be disappointed. The rest of you, well, you've been warned. Signed, Ed something or other. Ed Hugh from Hers. I'm excited. But I wanted somebody else to fucking butthole to burn with me, but, you know. A lot of stuff on the chip. Yeah, it's hot. That's 3 I've eaten so far. Maybe they've got a phone number. They've got a phone number. Well, if I got a lot to tell these guys. 1-800. Glad I don't have a medical emergency. Come on. You're ruining my content here. You tell me it's just going to ring? Should we call the Rap Snacks girl back again? God, I'm so pissed off. Now, see, now that it doesn't work, I'll just tell you guys what I had in mind. So I was gonna tell the Hers people about how hot and delicious their chips are, and about how poor the Schweppes soda tastes, but they wouldn't answer the phone. And that they also tried to sell me car insurance. And that was going to be funny. That was going to make it funny. And fucking Hers has ruined everything. Well, tonight just sucked. No, these are very good. They're very hot, but very good. Have to tell you. That's really fantastic. Whew. That's hot. But I have some liquor with some really poor soda to chase it down with. That's a good idea. Oh, that tastes like a real good idea. Yeah. Well, hey, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. It's been a blast tonight. Thanks for Rockin' Ronnie coming up. Wizard of Video Games. Appreciate you guys. And for those of you that sign off now, be sure to check me out tomorrow night over on Mr. Bizarro's Hydra Session stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll be playing a little 30-minute set alongside Mr. Bizarro and Dead Wax 66. It's going to be a big night, fun night. Lots of great, fantastic music to just bump your Saturday night right along, right across the waves. Across the top. It's skipping a rock. Boom, boom, holding hands, boom, boom, skipping stones. But we're going to go back over to Twitch and listen to a few more record albums. I got a couple of things in mind. Not a whole bunch, and we'll back off here shortly. But thank you, Ronnie, for jumping up with us, man. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the conversation. And, yeah. Invest in money markets. What's the over-under? How quick can I find the Twitch graphic? 10. 9. What's this Jovi? That's not there anymore. There's something here. Steve did a Bon Jovi thing. Oh, my mouth. What's Godfather?
Hey, what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather here. And you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the whole train.
And now, Carl on a trampoline.
Ha ha ha!